This Labor Day, Bob's Discount Furniture is celebrating 35 years of everyday low prices on the latest styles. A lot has changed since Bob's opened in 1991, but you can still get feature-packed bedroom sets, real marble.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, mic check 1, 2, 3. Any gamers in the lair? Any gamers in the lair? Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Welcome to today's installation of Fishlocked. You know how much I love fishing in this game. Been having so much fun fishing. 11 hours deep. One upgrade. Some white gloves. 16 armor. Guys, down horrendous. We're gonna give it another shot today, dude. You guys down? Are you with me? Are you with me, boys? Are you ready to drop some bobber today? Who's ready, dude? Who's ready to drop some bobber today? YouTube, where you at? It's just Matt Shepard and Boomer King. T-minus 1.5 minutes we go. 1.5 minutes. Dude, lock in, guys. It's time to get locked and dialed. We're dropping bobbers all evening. Fantasy in the house. Dog treats in the house. Soken's in the house. Big Boss in the house. Caffeine Zebra in the house. What's going on, boys? Avalrod. Straight Master Adrena D. What's up, everybody? What's up? 3 videos today, guys. Hat trick. And you get the encore stream as well. Yeah. Welcome back, guys. Fishlocked today. We're trying it out. It looks a lot more fun than it actually is. We got the Halo 2 medieval bardcore music to keep us locked in. All right, guys. Who's ready? Dude, one's in the chat if you're ready. Or do you want me to keep this up longer? I'm ready, boys. Let's go. Fishlocked, episode 3. Right now. Boom. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen. How's the audio? Is the music too loud or are we vibing? Vibe check. Vibe check. Vibe check. Music too loud or what? We got the Halo 2 bardcore music going right now. Arbiter and Master Chief just jamming out right now. Too loud? Okay. It'd be better now. Go like there, just a touch. Halo 2 medieval bardcore cranking. What's up, guys? AI hype. Okay. What's up, Dude Tour? How you doing, man? What's up, YouTube? Already got 50 on YouTube. Let's go. Already. Yes, sir. This is our girl Nattypagle right now. Level 15 in the Barons. So basically, guys, if you've missed out on my struggles up until this point, we're down bad waiting for C+. Hey, nothing to do, right? Nothing to do. What are you guys doing before we get into it and start dropping bobber? What are you guys doing? What are you guys? What's even fun to play right now? Are you guys playing? Are you guys? Don't tell me you're doing SSC, dude. Don't tell me you're doing SSC and Tempest Keep right now. Don't tell me, man. Don't tell me, bro. I've been a fan since you said the words for your viewing pleasure. If you know, you know. Yeah, dude. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another WoW Classic video. No, World of Warcraft Classic video. My name is Cargos. Today I present for your viewing pleasure this 1 to 60 comprehensive mage leveling guide for Classic WoW. That's it. That's it. That's all. SF Rogue, regular HC. Thank God. No one's doing TK though, surely, right? Playing Dark Souls right now. Bloodcore in the house. Yo, guys, this is what we're up to today. Fishlocked. It's gonna be really exciting, dude. This is our girl right now, level 15. I have one upgrade on right now. My gloves.
At Walden University,
11 hours deep.
The W. That's why we welcome and overcome challenges. It's why.
Yeah, hopefully they do something with fishing in TVC in Classic Plus. They make it like more robust, you know. You're grabbing your pole right now, your fishing pole. Nice, man. What are you working with? Doing fishing dailies on TBC Omega Law. All right, guys, lock in. It's time. It's time. Not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. Probably a 3-4 hour little sesh right now. Boom. Boom. It's Nattypagle. It's that girl Nattypagle. One piece of armor after 11 hours, man. It's actually the worst challenge. This is the worst challenge ever. I'm not even kidding. Never try this challenge. Never try this challenge, please. 11 hours deep. No weapon. No upgrades. Nah, it's fun. Is it? Is it fun, dude? What's it all about? Only fishing for gear? Pretty much, man. Only fishing for gear. Oh, look at, yo, check out my gear, guys. Check it out. Yo, can you guys spot any upgrades, or am I looking pretty solid right now? Pretty solid, or how are we looking right now, guys? You like my armor? My one armor, singular? Fish Stormrend for the one ring. I mean, I played Shaman and Shaman is fun. I'm still going at 40. She needs the gloves to prevent calluses from casting the rod so much. Oh, what's up, guys? Yeah, I put 3 videos out today. Just like summer 2019. It's all, I launched a new video series today, guys. Where I'm just going over all the classes in vanilla and like giving my thoughts on like basically what they could do to improve them in C+. Oh my gosh, what is this posture I'm in right now? Is this acceptable, guys? Is this a little bit too much knee for you guys? Sometimes you just gotta get comfy. Callie could be go low-key, looks pissed to me. Did you grind boxes off stream? You think I'm grazed for days or something, man? You think I have the discipline to grind TSTs off stream? No shot. No shot. All right, it's time, guys. Can we, how do we make something that's so not fun, guys? Do you have any ideas? How can we turn this into like something titillating? Like, can we bet or something? Can we get like an over-under on how long it's going to take before we get a usable piece? Let me do the stopwatch right now. If we start dropping bobbers right now. First of all, do you think we're going to get anything all stream? Anything? I don't know, man. Let's do a little lure check. No. Fishing skill should be sufficient. 129 should be fine. All right, here we go, boys. Episode 3, Fishlocked. The worst challenge ever. Here we go. Whose idea was this again? Luck of the draw. We got to get you over that 100K on YouTube, bro. So close. Yeah, I got a sub on YouTube. Sub on YouTube. I've had it before. I'm not even gonna cap. I've had it before. I got that like plaque and stuff. They sent it to me, but yeah. But when you don't post content for like months and months and ghost everybody, you just lose some subs, turns out. But yes, absolutely, man. Hoping it was C+. Push us over the edge there. Hope you're all having a great day, everybody. There is a couple videos that I prepared as well that I want to react to Andy to. So we'll pull them up in a little bit here. If you guys have seen any good videos as well you want me to watch, like we'll have a lot of time to kill, okay? Dropping bobbers is not the most exciting thing in the world. So let's go back up a bit here. You could discuss the making of your holiday album. Yeah, behind the scenes. That album still gets views, man. It's the hottest Classic WoW album. The only Classic WoW album ever released. Yes, sir. Classics. Like Griefer, Little Star. Alright. Looking grim. No pools right off the rip. Let's set our Hearthstone to Ratchet so that we can push down the coastline, and then after we get a bunch of aqua dynamic. After we push down the coastline, we can hearth back instead of having to run back. Save a lot of time. But yes, guys, welcome. Fishlocked. This is allegedly a fun challenge. This is my second attempt. I died on my first character. I died on my Troll Rogue in Dustswallow, doing basically exactly what I'm doing right now. And it has been absolutely brutal. I have never played a harder challenge in my entire life than this challenge. You would think it wouldn't be too bad to get just like a weapon from a fishing box. Turns out it's real bad. Real bad. Still 0 greens, 0 weapons. The only usable piece we've been able to equip is this. SBGs, the Spellbinder Gloves, 19 armor, 1% damage reduction. That's it. But we're going to change all that today. Hopefully we get a big, polished Zweihander of the Boar. Am I right? That would be this right now. A little +3 strength, +3 spirit or agi on it. Yes, sir. Yeah, what's up, Kuzo? It definitely gets views for me. I can vouch for Shaman. His phone only class I've done Fishlock and Water Walk. True, man. I could see Shaman being sweet. You know the thing is, dude, did you do it though? Did you do it before they took off Imbue on Fishing Pole? Or was it a while back? Because believe it or not, guys, they took off Shaman Imbues on fishing poles. That was in the game for years and years and years, and then one day Blizzard decides to just take that out for some unknown reason. Unknown reason. And then that was that. And I feel like that kind of just makes me not want to play Shaman because it's Hollow Husk of what it once was. It was the fishing class before. You know what I mean? Oh, a weapon crate. Okay. All right. Starting off with a little juicer here. Hopefully we high roll a nice little 2-handed gray axe right now. 2-handed gray axe right now. 20 silver right now. Boom. Long bastard sword. LBS. Can't use it though. That's probably 10 silver. Take those. And yeah, by all means, if you have any recommendations on good fishing spots, let your boy know. Honestly, man, you know what I'm thinking, man? Merkfallen Lake in Stone Talon is the most goated fishing spot, right? And they have tier 2 chests. I'm thinking we might just grind. Hear me out, guys. We might just try to struggle bus level until we can make it into Stone Talon. You know, just endure a little bit longer, just naked with the fishing pole, and then try to get up to what would be safe, man, to get into Merkfallen Lake. You know, where we're not just gonna insta die. Could we get in there at 17 or 18? Because that spot, I want to believe, always has a fishing pool up. I think that's why it's so good. And Ratchet is a really highly contested spot, man. There's always people here just fishing just because they're waiting for the boat and stuff, you know? I'm farming up a Curious Reed on Octo WoW. Took a nice big sip from the Nekmani Wellspring. No idea what that is. Good to see you though, Kuzo. Welcome back to the stream, guys. We need a good morning Azeroth reunion show. Y'all got me into Classic.
Never join the Navy. Never track storms in the Atlantic.
That would be sweet.
Or skydive as part of your commute.
I'm getting into Bardcore right now. Let's see what other Bardcore covers we can play. Keep us locked and dialed right now. Let's try. Evil Fantasy Tavern. Bard for... Okay, try this. Certified Tavern Plastic. All right, nice. We got a little Ariana Grande here playing in medieval instrumentation. Love the Baron's ambience. We actually do have a quest here. Okay, South Sea Brigands. Let's go. What's that, Abel? Let me see. Oh, dude, it's so painful. Look what I can equip, guys, but I can't. Look what I have in my inventory, dude. Guys, look away, look away. Let me fish this up real quick. Look away. This is my favorite bardcore song lately. Listen to this. Teenage Dirtbag by Wheatus. A bardcore medieval cover. Pretty sure I just saw you loot that from a fishing box. Yeah, I should have done a little off-camera fishing, huh? Alright, so we have brigands, cannoneers. What kind of quest can we do in the Barrens? Guys, if I got to level 16... could I make it to Stone Valley? Is that too low, man? Like, I wonder what level those wyverns, those chimera wyvern things around the Mercalin are. I think that's the move, dude. To be honest. You know, the spirits are watching over when it starts to rain after taking another sip from the holy spring. Ooh, can I wear that though? Deccan shirt? It's not armor. No, we didn't fish it. Can't do it. Hyped on the new Theorycraft build, big dog. This is what the people are yearning for. Looking forward to Hunter and Warlock. Hell yeah, dude. Yep, I put out 3 videos today, guys. I'm stoked about it. It's been a while since I felt motivated to make any kind of videos or anything like that. So I appreciate the support, man. That's good charms. I'm planning on trying to get all the classes out before BlizzCon, before they actually announce it, you know? What exactly is this challenge? Only gear you can use from fishing? That's right, that's right. It's called Fishlocked. Alright, let's get some Baron's ambience going. Barons at sunset. Let's go. We're looking for pools. We're finishing this quest. This quest should get us to 16. I haven't trained in a hot minute. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's a good question. I'm not sure what quest we can do in the Barrens Alliance. It's an interesting predicament. I guess we can do intact raptor horns. 99-year-old fort. We could do Wailing Caverns. Stone Talon, there, some of that stuff might be neutral. Let me see. Stone Talon. Stone talon. Yeah, deep moss spider eggs. The thing that concerns me though, I gotta look this up, boys, is like what level gear the tier 2 fishing chests even give. It'd be a bummer if we, I don't know, would it be a bummer though? Like, just getting anything would feel good right now. Alright, we're done with this quest. Getting anything. Dude, this would make you chuckle. The Adventures of Sony, Shobek, and Airily. No, that was a cool cover. Yeah, I liked it.
Where are the Super Best Friends Club, and will New York survive?
All together, left, right.
What? Oh my god, this actually looks like the most hilarious. Fat Shobek? What is this, dude? Oh my god, this is hilarious, bro. What? Hold up.
What is going on? Why is she attacking the city? Shut back.
Airily looks emaciated and Shobek looks fat. That doesn't look like him, bro. The first shot looked like him. Oh my gosh, man. Shobek after too many what do they call the new McDonald's burgers? The ones Jerome eats?
Shut back.
Shut back.
Ow, my knee. Hurry, JD, call the ambulance. I broke my knee. Almost hit two. Oh, can't waste a good watermelon.
Oh my. Is that Sony? That doesn't look like him at all, dude. That is so cap. I've met that dude in person. I met him over in London at the Red Bull event. That does not look like Sony, if that's who it's supposed to be. Oh, some shots.
What's the deal?
Why they do my boy dirty, man? They made Airily look emaciated. Look at his legs. Who made this? What is the purpose of this? What is the purpose of this, man? What happened to your boy Alex Sensual? I'm not sure. I think he was playing some other game. What was that other MMO called that was kind of like RuneScape or something? And then he just got tired of that. I think that was the last I saw from him. Probably just life and moved on with his life. But
Well. If it ain't the two friends who left me on the mountain.
Sony! I can use your help. We have to destroy the monster's helmet.
All right, I'll help you this time, but you owe me. Follow me.
dude, Airily, the face and everything was on point. Guys, hold up. How many days? How many days till BlizzCon? Is it 24?
Calling a ride.
That's wild.
Let's go.
Yeah, Monsters and Memories. That's right. That's right.
Crap, she noticed us, and we're still too far. Quick, Sony!
Who is this?
I got an idea.
Who is this? Who is this watermelon monster? What? Who am I? I'm missing something. Hold on. Way better.
Set me down on a roof nearby.
Triple rappies.
This is like, this is AI slop, but it's like, it's crazy at the same time. so crazy. 5 minutes straight of this. Wow. That's crazy, man. Yeah, we can watch some C+ videos too, guys, as we fish. I have a couple lined up for us that we can react to and talk about. Let's see here. You'll probably hate this. 10 unpopular Classic Plus opinions. Who's ready? This sounds
Those rare
juicy.
mornings when you wake up feeling refreshed, the pod makes that the norm. The pod is
You'll
an
probably
intelligent
hate this. 10 unpopular Classic Plus opinions by a dude named Sylvie Soltis. Let's go.
Hey dudes, Silva Soltis here, back again with another Classic WoW video. While on vacation over the last few weeks, I thought a lot about what Blizzard should and shouldn't do with Classic Plus.
Yo, what up, Hold Up? Good to see you, bro.
There have been lots of tweaks and updates made to the game since 2019, and I think it's safe to say that Classic now is quite different from how it was back in 2004. So, as we approach an eventual announcement for Classic Plus, I want to share something a bit different. Instead of what I think is likely to happen, or even what I think Blizzard should do from a business standpoint, I want to talk about some of my own personal opinions about its direction and features that I know are going to be controversial. These are the things that I'd actually like to see in Classic Plus, even though I know that plenty of players would absolutely hate them.
Oh boy.
Some of these are probably terrible ideas, because they'll make the game less convenient, but I still think that they'd make Azeroth feel more like, well, Azeroth. As always, if you enjoyed this video and want to support the channel, make sure to like and subscribe. But for now, let's discuss some of my most
But he sounds soft-spoken. He sounds like one of us. He sounds like a classic game. He's playing a troll priest. Do you think this guy's going to be like some crazed retail player? I don't know. Hard to, passes the vibe check. Man. I'm not even going to look at the comments.
popular Classic Plus opinions. Let's start things off with probably the hottest take of this entire video. Classic Plus should not have dual spec. Before you grab your pitchforks,
Another dude who doesn't like dual spec? That's hilarious. I swear I've never heard that before, bro. Like, I actually, like I said, I have a love-hate relationship. Here's my thing, man. I wish they never put dual spec in to begin with, but now dual spec's in, it's too late. You know what I mean? But I wish they never put it in and opened Pandora's box and got everyone used to it, because then people would be cool with no dual spec. But it's too late, you know? It's over. It's over, man. They opened the box. Frog, I just binged your C+ class videos. Awesome content. Oh, I'm so glad you think so, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, 3 videos out today. I'll hopefully try to do a couple per day. And try to get them all done before BlizzCon. Thanks very much, man. I appreciate that. It's nice of you to say.
just let me explain.
No dual spec. Yeah,
Dual
tell
spec
me
is an
more.
incredible quality of life feature. I absolutely love it in TBC Anniversary. Being able to swap between healing and DPS, or tanking and farming without spending gold whenever you want, is incredibly convenient. But I also think that's exactly why it doesn't belong in vanilla. One of vanilla's defining characteristics is that your spec is part of your identity. Choosing to
I mean, I straight up love this, man. Like, this is us. This is me. This is preaching to the choir. Like, we'll listen to it anyway. I can already tell I'm going to agree with like 90% of what this guy says. Like, this guy's awesome.
be a holy priest or a protection warrior actually means something because you're committing to that role.
Yeah, the friction, not being able to have your cake and eat it too, not being the main character, not having main character syndrome, just existing in the world and just like, humbled and in the world. And, you know what I mean? I actually think that's like, this is, okay, press a 1 if you love dual spec. Press a 1 right now, type a 1 if you're here with me and you like dual spec, you enjoy it. Press a 1, press a 1. Who are you? Raise a show of hands. Show of hands. Expose yourselves. Please. Type a 1, dude. Where are they? Should be everybody, right? Should be pretty much everybody. Ooh, another weapon crate. Let's go. Okay. All right, so here's all the ones. All right, guys. So how do you make it make sense to me? How do you deal with this? I need you to respond specifically to one thing, okay? Rogue in vanilla. How do you think it's okay that you can go from combat rogue to sub rogue in one push of the button. Like sub rogue is the biggest menace in open world. You're basically going, if you're a deep sub rogue, you have sacrificed so much to be such a menace out in the open world. You are gimping your damage massively. You're not going to be accepted in raids. You know what I mean? You are operating by an entire different rule set. You're basically a loner. People don't want you in dungeons. They don't want you in raids. You have forsaken the community to be a sub-rogue so that you can be a god among men in the world, right? It never made sense to me that, like, and that was part of the rogue balance. Like, they're really strong in world PvP if they want to go sub, or just in PvP in general, but there's a trade-off. Like, you can't just have your cake and eat it too. You need to make it make sense to me. How do you justify it? That you can just play the most insane... You have cooldowns on cooldowns on cooldowns on cooldowns. You're an unkillable menace as a sub-rogue with cooldowns in the world, and you just do that. You press one button and any rogue can become sub. With zero friction, zero trade-off. They can have their cake and eat it too. You have to help me make sense of that one. That's the first thing that comes to mind. It's one of those things we really want, but then you got the no changes people with pitchforks. I'm just gonna hold my breath for a second and see if anyone has anything interesting. Now, does anybody feel me on that? Like, that sub rogue is supposed to be, you're supposed to lose something. It's supposed to cost you something to be a sub rogue and use hemo and have prep and all of these tools. But it costs you nothing. And it's the same thing, actually. Like, most warriors are gonna like be PvE spec, right? Like, they're gonna be a Fury Impale. The fact that they can press one button and go and be arms with no trade-off. I mean, here's the thing too. It's gonna make the BGs and PvP a lot less interesting if you think about it, because everybody is the meta spec. Or when there's enough friction and a 50 gold respec in between you and the desired spec you want to play, people are playing off-meta stuff more. I don't know, man. I mean, like I said, they opened it. It's too late. It's almost like hard to have this conversation now because people got to have their cake and eat it too for like years and years. For like, probably been like 2 years since they did it, right? That people don't want to go back. But to me, that's part of balance in the vanilla world. Like, what are other examples? Like, so Sub Rogue is a huge one. I want to say like Ellie Shaman is another huge one. Basically, the specs that are really good at PvP but not really good at PvE. Everybody can have everything now. Rage bait take, remove all the add-ons for C+. I wouldn't even be... I mean, I think I would be against it, but it's not... It could be awesome, removing add-ons, yeah. So nothing bothers you about dual spec, huh, guys? You just love it. Love that dual spec. Let's keep going.
Respecking costs a lot of gold, takes effort, and forces you to think about how you want to play your character. That friction is part of the RPG. Would dual spec make the game more convenient? Absolutely. But it would also make Classic Plus feel a lot less like vanilla. Here's another one. I actually hope that Blizzard doesn't add a bunch of new flight paths. Would it save time to fly from these new points? Of course. But vanilla was never designed around convenience.
What do you guys think about that? You want them to add a bunch of new flight paths in Classic Plus?
Sometimes you had to spend 20 minutes flying across the world, and then another 15 running across the zone just to get somewhere.
You know what I'd want more is I want them to ban the summoning networks. You shouldn't be able to auto summon people anywhere in the world. I mean, I'd rather have more flight paths and have that be banned. That was like the trade-off, you know?
Those long journeys are part of what made the world feel enormous. The more flight paths that get added, the smaller Azeroth will start to feel. And that's the opposite of the classic experience. Next up, I think we should keep the rank 14 grind. Mostly.
Ooh, this is my...
Yeah, I know.
This is my
the rank 14 grind was brutal. But in classic...
You get... Who's been here for a while and heard all of my like wild takes that everyone thinks I'm like crazy for? Like, this guy is saying everything that I've been saying. Keep the rank 14 grind, take out dual spec. Like, who is this guy? Who is this guy?
Plus, I actually think the original rank 14 system should stay. Not because it was perfect, but because it represented one of the greatest accomplishments in the entire game.
Let's make the meeting start.
Seeing someone with high warlord or Grand Marshal gear meant something since so few players ever achieved it. And if we want Classic Plus to be longer term, it should keep its exclusivity. That all said, to build on...
I still can't believe they gave everyone... For anyone who's ever like ranked even to like even 10 or 12, I can't believe no one was set by that they took this like legendary gear, legendary weapons that are coveted, right? Coveted. You can beat the whole game with them, and they just kind of gave them out. Like, you still had to put in work, don't get me wrong. Like, you had to just live in AV for multiple weeks. I get that, but like, it was a guarantee. Like, you're essentially playing like solitaire. You're playing like a single player thing to get this gear. And like, I even asked like people like Bobka and stuff, people who like ranked Gen 1 Fairlina, to see if like if that upset them, if that triggered them, if that was like something that was a big deal. And like, people just didn't really care. They're like, whatever, man. Everybody gets to experience getting 14. And that would be one thing if it was like a seasonal server, but that was on Era, right? They put that 14 system on Era, bro. That is unforgivable, dude. If you imagine you paid money to clone your character to Era with 14 gear because you worked so hard for it, so you actually paid the money to clone your character to Era, and then that happened.
On and advance the system, I wouldn't be opposed to Blizzard smoothing the grind slightly to make it a little bit healthier if they decide to introduce rank 15 or beyond with completely new rewards down the line. But I still want those original ranks to remain prestigious. I absolutely do not want highly challenging retail-style rating counters. Vanilla bosses are iconic because they're simple. They each have...
We haven't talked about that at all, really, guys. What do you guys think on that? I don't know if we've ever discussed that on this channel. Do you want hard raids or easy raids? Hard raids or easy raids? I'm not much of a raider, so I like easy raids. I want to bang the loot pinata, have a shot at my gear to see if it even drops, let alone win it, and be on with my day. I actually don't really want some super hard progression. I don't know if I have the time or patience to deal with progression anymore, but like, that's just me, right? Easy and fun. Nobody raids classic for hard raids. Well, would you guys... I have a feeling they're going to do multiple like difficulty levels. Okay, that's another thing to think about as well. Like, how do you guys feel about them adding like a heroic and mythic version of the raids and multiple versions of the items? I almost feel like that's layering, dude. It gives me the same vibes where you don't know what's real. You don't know what reality is. You have a different version of this item. Oh, our first TST of the day. Should I rip it? Let's save it. Let's save it. Let's try to build some patience and discipline. Let's try to save up 5 TSDs and rip them. 5, 10. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't like it. I don't like it. Would there be a way to add difficulty levels to the raids but not have different versions of the items? I think so, right? You could do it so it just drops more loot. That sounds better to me, right? What about you guys? So you could do heroic or mythic if you really care, and you get like one more drop. And the people who like take pride in their like robot beating accomplishments, they would do that anyway because that's actually what they like to do. That's how they enjoy playing the game. They like to be in raid with the boys. That's one potential way of doing it, right? Multiple raid difficulties is cringe. I'm just trying to be somewhat flexible for the other people because, like, the thing is though, BMNJ, like, if you're like me, man, and you just want to hit the loot pinata and be out, do you personally care if people are raiding harder? It doesn't. As long as they're not getting different items, it wouldn't affect me. If I felt like they were getting, like, just ask yourself, would you raid a harder difficulty and for the raid to take 30 minutes longer for one more piece of gear to drop? Would you personally do that? I actually wouldn't. I just want a quick raid, just get in, get out, like most of the loot to drop. I'm not tripping about it. But if people want to sweat to say that they did it and get one more loot drop, that's fine with me. I'm not even going to do that. You know? They already did that for Sod. with bringing less people. When they bring back MySpace, it's time. My personal favorite is raids that are challenging tune for 20 players. Usually different difficulty means different gear. At least that's what Blizzard's done. Wait, you're saying in SOD though they did it like that? Like that they just added more drops? I think that, you know, you guys remember Som? Who played Som here? Season of Mastery. They didn't create different gear in Som. It was more drops as well, I'm pretty sure. Because they had hard modes even for Molten Core and stuff. Are you using a webcam? Yeah, it is. I'm using a webcam. I'm just quick tapping, so it's kind of like shaking the webcam a little bit. As an Aero player that loves speedrunning Nax every week, multiple difficulty sounds like a nightmare. What's up, X Camo? First time in the chat. Welcome, brother. Good to have you here. Good to have you here. Good to have you here. Got a new guy. We don't get many new guys. Welcome, man. Stay a while. I don't think all the content should be accessible to all players. Hot take among new gen classic WoW players. Meme dude. What's up, man? They can add cosmetic rewards to higher difficulty raids. Are the high-end raiders still going to raid if it's just cosmetic, though, guys? Is that worth it for them? I don't know. I'm not really part of that group anymore. Like, I have done high-end raiding. I have done mythic raiding on retail. Like I said, like, I've been part of some pretty decent guilds in the past, but I've never, like, identified with that. Like, I don't really know how they move, what they do, how they think. Are they really going to assemble everybody just for some cosmetic skins? Would people be into that? WoW players are a little entitled. Back in the day, you weren't clearing raids unless you're unemployed. I know if you want to be a high-end raider, play retail. Definitely, people still do ZG to get mounts. That's true. That's a great point. People still do ZG just to get the mount. Mounts are kind of different, though. Mounts is like a new car, you know. It hits different from like a cosmetic skin on your chest piece or helmet, right? You pull up on a ZG Tiger or Raptor. I feel like it. But you could do mounts though. You could do mounts for the hard content as well. Yeah, true. Well, let's keep watching.
You have one, maybe two major mechanics. The difficulty really comes from execution and planning by 40 raiders, not memorizing a 6-minute dance routine
You're
with 300
right, though.
different assignments.
That is a little bit more in the spirit of vanilla. If they were gonna do cosmetics, I'm with you, man. I think it would be better to do some mounts. But not like an MTX mount that you buy. It's just something from like getting a certain achievement or just like a drop. Would be cool.
Fights like Ragnaros, Onyxia, and the Four Horsemen feel like vanilla because of this simplicity. There's a couple of big things that the team needs to plan around, but when you get it, the boss dies. If Blizzard starts adding bosses with 12 different mechanics, debuffs, soak circles, movement puzzles, or any personal responsibility assignments every 20 seconds, it'll stop feeling like Classic altogether. So instead of this, they should make bosses hit harder, punish mistakes more severely, and let one failed mechanic wipe the raid. Because that's Classic.
Yeah.
One thing that I
True though. Also, in terms of immersion, guys, imagine the new raids they add for Classic Plus feel totally different from the old raids. Like, imagine, because MC, BWL, Nax, all this content is still going to be there in C+, right? And hopefully Blizzard intends people to actually go through it, go through the motions, and clear all that stuff. It can't feel like that is like the Stone Age, and then you get the max level or whatever, and then the raids are just like that whole retail minigame type of vibe. It has to all blend together. So I don't think, or I hope that they don't go too crazy where it just feels like feels obviously very different and weird.
absolutely love about vanilla
All the stuff they should put in C+ should feel like it should have always been there, you know, like or it could have always been there.
is the weird gear that you need to have. The Onyxia Scale Cloak is probably the best example of this. Your raid team spends hours getting materials for everyone to craft the item, and it only ever gets used on a couple of bosses. Is it efficient? Hell no, but it is incredibly RPG. I'd love to see more pieces of equipment like this. Items that exist only because of this boss or this dungeon. And once you get back to town, you toss them back in the bank until next time. Building on that last point, I'd actually like Blizzard to lean much harder into resistance gear. Fire resistance already mattered in Molten Core.
This guy gives me faith in Classic Plus. I swear I didn't watch this video before. I didn't like pre-vet this video. This is completely new to me. First time hearing all of this. But I agree 110% with literally every single point he's had so far. I don't know if you guys are on the skeptic, but like, I'm glad this guy still exists in the community. Rumor is some of the new dungeon bosses are designed to be compatible with Microsoft Halo Lens 2, Apple Vision Pro. Don't really know what that means. Maybe you could elaborate on that. What does that mean? I'll be done with it in a week and feel like I got a lot out of it. I want to waste my entire life. I want to waste my entire life in games. Bliss forcing res gear and Sam was a nightmare and felt terrible. I think there's just like I like it when, at least when the tanks have to like manage it, and I like itemization being interesting, truly interesting, where you have to care about your defensives and it's not just full on TPS aggressive, where just the most aggressive thing ever. Like, it's good when there's checks and balances. You need to wear a certain amount of FR. I think that's very flavorful, right? That like for rag and for, it's mainly just rag and MC. Like, you actually do have to wear some fire resist, you know, for the tanks at least.
Nature resistance in AQ, and frost resistance in Nax. But Arcane, Holy, and Shadow, those schools never really received the same level of requirement in the vanilla raids. I'd love to see entire quest chains and crafted sets dedicated to building resistance for new raids. Yes, they're super tedious, but they also create long-term goals and help keep professions relevant well into the endgame. Now let's talk about world bosses.
Bros, am I right in saying this, that one of the biggest elephants in the room that they can improve dramatically in vanilla and classic is professions? How do you feel about professions? First of all, do you like them? Do you think they're in a pretty good spot? I don't think they're nearly even remotely close to the potential they could offer. They are, I want to say that they're okay, just because I don't really know so much about how professions are in other versions of the game. They're okay, but it's pretty basic, you know, the profession system. You pretty much everybody, if you're trying to like have, you know, is going to go NG if you're trying to like push damage. And there's like one crafter or like maybe one or two per guild for like each thing, leatherwork, blacksmithing, etc. But I feel like they're just scratching the surface of the professions, and I'm shooting from the hip here, but I want to say 80% of all like the recipes and stuff in all the professions are pretty much useless. So when 80% of the things are useless, like, you can do a way better job of revising all of it and making some really like interesting stuff that people actually want to use and are desired. Like, make professions mean something again, you know?
Please don't instance them. And don't make them spawn every 30 minutes. Keep them exactly where they belong, out in the world, with long, completely unpredictable spawn timers. World bosses should create server events, scouting, guild rivalries, and of course PvP battles. That's infinitely more memorable than stepping into a portal and cutting your team off from the rest of the world. Yes, world bosses will be more exclusive, but that will make them all the more special.
I started a business to give old clothes a new life, and Chase has supported me from the beginning.
I am the center of the universe. The only emperor of the galaxy.
I know a lot of people are probably sick of these, but I think Classic Plus needs to have new, long, complicated attunements.
Might be better now.
Think about the Onyxia quest chain. It involves disguises.
Okay, this might be the first one that I don't agree with. He said long, complicated attunements
from the rest of the world. Yes, world bosses will be more exclusive, but that will make them all the more special. I know a lot of people are probably sick of these, but I think Classic Plus needs to have new, long, complicated attunements. Think about the Onyxia quest chain. It involves disguises, escort quests, dungeon runs, unique drops, and more. It felt like an adventure in and of itself, meaning players were engaged with the process.
I feel really torn on that one, guys. I'm so jaded from playing this game so long. I have no idea. Is the Oni attunement fun? You guys like it? I'm pretty grumpy doing that thing each time, but that's because I've done it like 50 times, you know. It's hard to say. Maybe the first time it is epic. Maybe it is cool the first time, right? And like everyone's like explaining how to do it together, and sure. But you know what it is, dude? I'm actually okay with attunements if there's a way to like root it in a super efficient way and you can get it done really quickly if you have the knowledge. You know, like for example, like the Karazhan attunement in TBC, people won't think that one's pretty bad, but if you actually have like a really good understanding of like the rooting in TBC and how to level in TBC, you can basically ding level 70 and be almost done with it already, you know?
Of course, it can be frustrating, especially when RNG refused to cooperate, but finally earning access to a raid actually felt like an accomplishment. And so, I'd love to see Blizzard make new attunements that players remember years later. I've talked about this in a recent video, but I feel strongly enough that it's worth repeating. Your character should have an identity. Your name and reputation should absolutely matter. So, there should not be any name changes or server transfers in Classic Plus.
Ooh. Wow. No name changes or server transfers. Interesting. Thoughts on this? No name changes or server transfer. Why do people want to name change or server transfer again? You get it. You have to, you know, someone takes your name and you have to put a umlau in your name, and then like you eventually get the name and you want to switch it to that, or you're just like unhappy with how your character name looks. Like you regret it. You made like a meme name and now you want to change it. I've been in that position before. One's in the chat if you've ever been in that position. Like you just like you trolled a little bit. You weren't thinking. You made a character. You didn't, you know, and then you're like really unhappy with the name looks, and you're super like relieved that you can change it. I've been in that position. I could see myself like being frustrated that I couldn't change it. But I understand what he's saying. Like he wants permanence, he wants accountability. If you're a bad person, if you're ninja looting and stuff like that, there's no way out. Stuck on that. Stuck with that name. That does sound good to me as well. Just choose the name the good time. Just new name. I think it weeds out the ones that don't even deserve a raid spot. I like TBC Anniversary's cross account attunement. You only have to do once. I mean, you know, here's the thing though. You know what actually also made me stop playing TBC a bit is I really did not feel like going through the whole SSC and TK attunement, and I just kind of knew deep down I was going to be like Fishlocked. I didn't want to go through all that. So I think, like, do you believe the statement that if attunements are too long and annoying, you actually will lose players forever? I think that is true. I'm not like against attunements, so I think they can be flavorful and cool sometimes.
If someone ninja loots or griefs others constantly, the server should remember this. And likewise, if someone is incredible tank or healer, people should remember that too. Being able to erase your identity with a paid service undermines one of Classic's greatest strengths, server communities. While I'm sure that Blizzard makes tons of money on those services, they should absolutely be excluded from Classic Plus. Finally, one of my favorite parts of vanilla is the completely random, bizarre loot. Agility on cloth shoulders, spirit on mail pants, intellect on a plate helm reward from a horde-only quest. These stats are just bonkers. Were the items objectively bad? Absolutely. But they also made the world feel handcrafted instead of spreadsheet designed. Not every item needs to be perfectly optimized. Sometimes it's okay for items to be a little strange or niche.
How do you, in the year of our Lord 2026, moving into 2027, when this thing probably is going to launch, make things intentionally stuffed and random? Because, yeah, I mean, for sure, the wonkiness of vanilla is a huge factor towards the charm of it. There's some really wonky, flavorful items that people want to use for, like, very obscure sets, and that is pretty cool.
And if players start to wonder what the heck Blizzard was thinking, then we'll have definitely achieved that classic vanilla feeling with loot once again. So, there you have it. 10 of what I think are my most unpopular opinions about Classic Plus. Before you go off and explode in the comment section, remember, these aren't my predictions, and they're not things that I think Blizzard will actually do. They're simply features that I personally think would help preserve the spirit of vanilla. Even though they'll make the game much less convenient, they'll definitely be more in line with the original experience. Because for me, Classic has never been about taking the fastest route or removing every inconvenience. It's about the journey, the world, and the feeling that your choices actually matter. But that all said, what do you think? Which of
Bro, attunements are required for something to feel like Classic. True. I mean, there's an MC attunement. There's BWL attunement. There is no ZG or AQ20 attunement. There is no AQ40 attunement. There is NAX attunement. The big things, though, like the big headline raids, other than AQ40, all have attunements. Yeah. True. Do you guys like server-wide events like the AQ gates? Thoughts on that?
Which of my crazy ideas do you actually agree with, and which ones do you think are completely insane? And what unpopular Classic Plus opinion would you add to the list? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, if you enjoyed the video and want to see more in the future, remember to like and share the video, and subscribe to the channel. We've got a lot more coming, and I hope to see you back here again very soon. But anyway, that's it for today. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always,
Bye, Mr. Baron Longshore, please. Oh my god, bro.
He's gonna use like 10 cameras. And he sits and betrays.
Knock me down.
He watches A cam go to B cam, go to C cam, and he cuts the film in his head watching the monitors. And I don't think there's anyone else in the world that films that way. You know, I would argue that he's on everyone's list of cinematic.
That was a great video. That's the first video of the day. Solid video. This is the guy, Silvite Soltis. Definitely give this guy a sub. Only 8K subscribers. Seems like a really knowledgeable dude when it comes to vanilla. Really good takes. That was awesome. We are awesome. Alright, that is video number 1. Let's see what else we got. Classic Plus. New zones and areas. Oh my man, Cagho Gaming.
Of the mountain. So this .6 Camelot Classic Plus, whatever it is. So without further ado, let's dive right into this video, and I'll see you then. So we are here to our marvelous map tool here for Classic WoW, and I think the number one place that I think everyone's thinking about for new areas for 1.6 Classic Plus, whatever, Camelot, is Hyjal. Hyjal is just such an obvious pick for a brand new zone. It is literally fully complete with little sub areas, fully texturized, colorized. You have the entire road. You literally have.
Would you want it reimagined though, Hyjal guys? I kind of would. Hyjal itself isn't a raid that people love to do. It's fun like the first couple times you do it, but it's considered kind of a chore, right? Like I want to say like Hyjal is one of the more boring raids. It takes forever. There's not really any way to speed it up, you know? If they just added like copy paste Hyjal from PVC or maybe some slight changes in vanilla, that would be an L, right? I don't think it's gonna go too well. But if they reimagine it, imagine they made Hyjal a leveling zone. That would be cool. Quests, mobs, history, lore. Now we're talking. I don't know if I'd want it to be like a raid necessarily. Or maybe like a 5-man.
Have a path to get there through Dark Whisper Gorge into here. There's a path that could be created for Fellwood into here. And there is a path that you could do through the Winter Spring Mountains if you really, really wanted to have people go up here through these caves, whatever, the Blue Dragon caves. There's just so many places, but there is literally a guaranteed tunnel and path, so you take a long, entire journey up Hyjal. The only thing it's missing is really a lot more structures. There are some ruins here, but like tons of structures, tons of areas. This would be such a gold mine. It's rich in history, and it doesn't really mess with the...
Alright guys, pick one zone. What's the one place you want to see in C+? You hope they do it. Or one spot in the map you always wanted to like see fleshed out, but it wasn't fleshed out. I have one spot. It's just north of Ijara. It's actually a huge chunk of land. I'm stoked to see what they do with it. It's here. Yeah, it's like northwest of Ajara, south of Winter Spring. Look at it, it's like a gigantic landmass. I want to see what goes here.
Lore, because we only really see it again in Cataclysm, and you'll find that to be a very big reoccurring theme, but Cataclysm also destroys the entire world and changes everything. So because it does that, you can kind of get away, and you don't even have to get into the time travel or alternate reality stuff, and you can really do a bunch of stuff with Hyjal. And we saw people do stuff with Hyjal. You got a bird that flew you up here for the tree stuff. For the Ashbringer quest, you need to get some water under the tree, which was really cool to actually use Hyjal in some manner. Obviously, it would have been cool to explore it. And then there's just a ginormous slime in the middle of this crater as well on the PTR that was kind of a joke or something, but it was really awesome to see it used in some degree, and I think people have wanted to see Hyjal used in Classic for a very, very long time. The next place that is kind of very available in an area is just north of Moonglade here. Now, a lot of private servers like to use this place, but what you're going to find is for zones and areas, it doesn't really matter what it's called. I mean, obviously private servers called it something, but it's literally just places that are completely empty and void. And the difference you can tell, so like you see how these are completely flattened right here? These places are, when they're completely flattened this way, this means that it is used, like this is text, like it's ready to be processed. It's just an empty place. It's in between the mountains. So like they did.
There are a ton of places on the map, guys, that are ready to go. Like that they never did. There's huge chunks of the map, mainly on Kalimdor, but like there's some on Eastern Kingdoms as well. The one that I talked about, like the most exciting one for me would be like that place north of like Elwood and Orgrimmar and stuff. The one that doesn't really get me going so much is like the Dragon Isles with all Exstrata and stuff. Every time I hear Dragon Isles, I think of like How to Train Your Dragon, retail, or really a lot of the stuff with the Cenarian Dream or whatever they call it, Emerald Dream. That stuff doesn't really get me going so much. It's okay, but like actually the South Sea Pirate expansion sounds, you know, if they did something with that, sounds I like low power level, just bandits, ruffians, Defias. That's what really gets me.
Did some work of doing it. They either have mountains that just connect or mountains.
How you doing, man?
Having flat area like this is just a massive place that could be a nice long zone, like you see something like Darkshore here, just a little, like you call it North Shore or something, I don't know, but it could be really cool. And there's even like this is the Shrine of Remulos is this is like a troll village in the middle here. Alliance mages have popularized this by going here and AoE farming just some high level. They're like level 55 to 60 trolls. I think it's like 52 to 58 just trolls that live here in this little troll village. That's just kind of
the AoE spot for troll mage grinding. Doing something with that, bro. What is the challenge? How you doing, Dasbula? We are doing Fishlocked. Yes, sir. Oh, we're trying to level. All of our gears is coming from fishing. Can't hear so great. No gear, fishing pole only. Yeah, it's tough, right? Because I need to have the sound up to actually fish, but then so I can hear the bobber. Then when you're killing anyway, the game sounds super loud.
Kind of in the middle of the mountain, so this could serve as a really cool way that you could process this, go here, and like maybe fight a bunch of mountain trolls or something. But like this zone, this area, this part right here in between Darkshore, Moonglade, and Fellwood is a really good place that you could tweak and add a zone to. Then we come over to Stone Talon Mountains right here. Once again, another area of the map where like you could expand Stone Talon and you could add dungeons, zones, areas. Like this is already developed. That's the biggest thing, right? It is a
west of Stone Talon, really. Here's Stone Talon. Talking about this. Sure. Never really looked at it. So, ooh, like a coastal Stone Talon. Maybe another port, maybe another Booty Bay type of thing off the coast of Stone Talon. Ooh, that would be tight. This is like the Eastern Sea. This is like the Western Sea, or the Great Sea, the Veiled Sea. I mean, all that aquatic type of stuff, tropical stuff, pirate towns, sea shanties is always so good. That would be tight.
Another massive chunk of just processed land that is ready to be used for something that I guess they just never got to, and they just, you know, built up the mountains here. It even kind of like, you go at the end of the peak right here, there is dungeons and stuff here, but like up here it kind of is sort of developed. I've never been up here, but like there are buildings, there are some stuff there that kind of looks pretty cool. So I'd love to see that expanded upon and done with. I've said this one numerous times, but there are areas in Feralis and right here between Mulgore, Desolus, and just south of Dire Maul, this entire area right here, there's enough land here for a zone. You could squeeze it in there, have it like go from here all the way to here. I don't know if it would break it because it's kind of like expanding across 4 separate areas. I don't know how the tech works. I'm not a server technician, but there's definitely so much land that they could add there and make another zone. Then we have right here, south of Feralis and Thousand Needles, this as well. Just a
interesting. So he's looking at the map like as a crow flies to see textured areas that they haven't done anything with. That's an interesting way of doing it. I didn't know any of these places. Oh my god. I was gonna die. Dang, guys. Level 16. Nattypagle, one step closer. The most brutal challenge I've ever done. Oh man, level 16, boys. Can we go to Stone Talon now? Maybe. Could try.
Wide open area that you could also do another zone, and we find these areas pretty heavy over on Kalimdor. There aren't that many in Eastern Kingdoms, but we could also do Oldham. I keep saying this, but this massive area south of Ungoro, I think this originally was allocated for Oldham. They just never got to it, and it's just kind of right there. You could do a dungeon for that. You could do a raid, as we talked about it yesterday, but I think most importantly,
Yo, what do you guys think about the sod raids they made? Do you want that stuff copy-pasted into C++? In order to have an opinion on this, so you need to have actually played it. I never stepped foot into either one, so I don't really like have a great opinion on it. I've heard some people say that they're pretty good, but kind of weird to think that they would just take something one-to-one copy-paste from sod and put it in the game.
You would want to
see
it.
They do have Kara made, right? Like they do have Kara's and Crypts and sod, and then they have a new Scarlet raid.
It be a zone, because there is just a massive territory right there that I think they would be wasting. Then like something like Caverns of Time, that would not really be a zone. It would just be completely in a dungeon or raid. But I suppose you could maybe travel timelines and like have a consistent open portal to like go to the ancient past or something like that. I don't know. It could be a fun little thing in time travel-y, but time travel in WoW,
I thought it was a real low bar
for them to quite heavily often. So I don't know about that. Then right here in Shimmering Flats, there's actually like quite a lot of land that you could create some pirate stuff or pirate haven or like a PvP enclave right here in this sea and in these mountain areas. Thousand Needles is really weird because
interesting. Off the coast of 1K Needles. Interesting. You know what we need, guys? More jungle stuff. STV is the only jungle in this game, right? Jungle, coconuts, beaches, pirates, ports, rapscallions, Muppet Treasure Island type of vibes. I think those are top tier. Or of those sound good to me.
Because it's just a giant canyon and it's dug in deep into the ground. So I'm not sure how hard it would be to like level this area out in these mountain ranges and stuff like that. But there is some decent land, and people do like to make some type of pirate stuff out here. I think it was popularized on one of the private servers as well. But those are pretty much all the areas for Kalimdor that I really think they could do. Of course, they always have islands,
TSDs
right?
back to back. Let's go.
Isle of Dread. It is just a massive island. You could expand upon this. You could expand upon these islands down south here. You could expand upon islands out here in like the Echo Isles. You could even do
Guys, when we get 5 TSTs, we'll rip them open. We got 4 right now. One more 5. We have a okay chance at some kind of upgrade. Just to keep you guys all in the loop, we have played, what's our slash play on this game? 12 hours, 46 minutes. Only level 16, been struggle busing through everything, and through all the fishing we've done, we only have 1 item, and it's a white item. It has been really tough to get any upgrades going like that. So that's just so you have a frame of reference of how much time we have into this already. 12 hours, almost 13 hours already.
The Alcatraz Island right here, where you know, a lot of these are the AQ attunement islands is what they are, but just there's so much room for islands and being able to add islands and do stuff with those, especially if you want to go with the goblin stuff in the middle of the ocean here. Obviously this eventually becomes Mop and other things in the Maelstrom, but like you could do Coltirans, you could do the Goblin Island, you could do Dragon Isle,
Coltirans
as well. You could do Northrend in a not level 80
what I don't even know what Coltirans are, dude. They just look like fat humans. I wonder, like, what is their lore? They're just fat humans. They're just from an island where they just eat a lot of like ribs.
Sense and do it the Warcraft 3 way, and just go there, and it's kind of like a really like barren iceberg. You could like Azuremist and Bloodmist Isle should exist, right? Like just because like the islands don't come into existence because Draenei crashed there, so like taking these islands and turning them into something would be really cool. Just without
that is
Draenei,
really cool.
I think that is a possibility.
Reimagine them, that'd
or
be
you
really
could
cool.
even have Draenei crash earlier for getting an alternate timeline, whatever. I don't necessarily just want Draenei and Blood Elves just added in their entirety zones, because I think that's a little cheap and lazy, but I would rather see it in a classic awesome way instead of just plopping them down there. But there's so much potential for Kalimdor as far as new areas and zones. Then we obviously just talked about the ocean ones. There are so many civilizations. You have the trolls of Zaldazar. Then you have so many like other places, Zandalari. You have the goblins, you have the Coltirans, you have the Dragon Isles, you have Northrend. They could literally just do a 7 seas exploring the islands type thing, and you just explore the ocean. You know, sort of like how OSRS added sailing recently. There's just so much lore there that could definitely be added and amplified.
Get ready, guys.
Then, as far as Eastern Kingdoms goes, Eastern Kingdoms is quite a lot more developed. However, there are a lot of useless places and stuff that doesn't really get used, like Karazhan, Deadwind Pass. It's there. It's an entire zone. It is very, very barren. The tower is there, but you don't get to use it till TBC. The crypt is there. We did use it in Sod, but Karazhan's kind of just there, and I would love to see them improvise Deadwind Pass and make it into a very awesome zone that they could really dive into and create. I talked about Alpha Hellfire Peninsula and what they had before they turned it into TBC. That could always be...
You know, it'd be sick, guys. I want to see a new starting zone. Starting zones are abyss. They're so comfy. They're so nice. Wouldn't take a lot. I'm having like a weird vision of like Deadwind Pass as a starting zone. Like a little pocket, a little corner of it. I don't know what would start down there. Yeah, new race for each faction and new starting zone, new quests, ambassadors for that race at like all the major like inns and stuff throughout all the leveling zones. I think that would feel pretty good. It would allow that. Come to think of it, man, they're almost certainly going to add new races in, because that's how they can go back and add like a sort of ambassador for that race and all the inns and all the zones, so they can revamp some of the zones, add new content to the Barrens, add new content to Elwyn, to Westfall, because you have to see that like kind of race consistently sprinkled throughout all the questing zones, you know?
Be a zone, whether it's a zone or a raid or a dungeon, it could be all three because the portal is there. So if the portal's there and we take that alpha and we're developing those types of files, I would really love to see them go there, dive deep.
Gnomes reclaiming Gnomergon, guys. W or L? Do you want to see Gnomer reclaimed? We lose Gnomer as a dungeon, but the gnomes get it. and you get to walk into Capital City Nomergon fully like revitalized. I kind of want to see that, to be honest. Old Iron Forge too, bro. If you haven't seen that, really, really nice. That's gotta be in C+. That whole like gemstone infused layer, amazing, amazing. Yeah, new city up, new capital city up. Would make the world feel bigger, 100%. Yeah, I'm down for it. I don't know what Horde could get. Trolls. Oh, a troll city. All trolls have Ascension, man. That would be incredible. A giant, like, almost like Waterworld-esque island city. Where it's, like, it's a bunch of, like, almost docks that are connected. You know what I mean? Almost like a Venice. Can we get, like, a troll Venice type of situation? With canals and stuff? Come on now.
Deep and create something like that. Then we have this massive area right here. This is probably the most notable area that could be used for something. I don't know if it'd be dark iron dwarves would be the biggest one because of all this, but they do use that a lot. It could be some orcs and Blackrock orcs that escaped it. You could do so many different like lures and stuff and things, but this massive island and landmass right here is very promising for a new area and zone, and it is one of the biggest ones that is still left over and unused. And in Kata, they just remove it too. It's just
wait, where is this? Hold up. In Eastern Kingdoms.
Things, but this massive island, go there, dive deep, and create something like that. Then we have this massive area right here. This is probably the most notable area that could be used for something. I don't know if it'd be dark iron dwarves would be the biggest one because of all this, but they do use that a lot. It could be some orcs and Blackrock orcs that escaped it. You could do so many different lures and stuff. And
Blackrock orcs, like a horde starting zone. Faction spawn point on the other like continent. Like there could be Blackrock orcs that spawn in Eastern Kingdoms. They're a subset of orcs or dark iron dwarves, like you said. That's really cool. This is a genius idea for a video. Whoever came up with this, they're looking as a bird flies over all the textures all over the map. They're not looking at the in-game world map like this because you're not gonna be able to see anything, right? But they're looking at over the actual space that we currently have to work with, and there's a lot. Look at this Tower to Ilgolath, this area of Redridge. This could totally just connect in like a tunnel through here or something to here. Yeah, there's a lot of coastline. There's a lot of prime coastal real estate by the looks of it. Hopefully they do something with that. Yeah. More ships, more ports.
Things, but this massive island and landmass right here is very promising for a new area and zone, and it is one of the biggest ones that is still left over and unused. And in Kata, they just remove it too. It's just completely gone. So there is no lore there. It's a fresh sort of blank slate that you could add so many things there that would fit and work. You could even add Murlocs from all the Murlocs on the beach here. It could be like a little Murloc stronghold if you wanted. I don't know. But it is just such a massive developed area that is prime real estate to change.
That would be cool. Look, it's Swamp of Sorrows, and there's tons of Murlocs right here on the coast. Imagine this could lead into some like Murloc, like Empire subzone, like cave system with Murlocs. I feel like they've done that in retail though, and it wasn't that cool. Think about it. Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to a third faction as well, to be honest. Third faction doesn't sound too crazy for me. Like more like mercenary type of faction, like Ventrico or something. I mean, they said back in the day, KJ said that they thought about another faction, a third faction called Demons back in the day. Which is kind of crazy to think about, huh?
Then we come over here to this little place north of Stormwind. Turtle Wow called it Northwind. I got so many people have linked me videos of it to talk about it, look at it, and advance it, and they claim it to be like one of the best zones they've seen. It did look really good, really autumny, and some just like it was an autumn human zone with a lot of quests,
a ridiculous
and
Murloc dungeon
and buildings, and it was just a really good one. I wouldn't be mad if they just straight copied and pasted that in there now that they have all the turtles.
You know a really good get? This is so random, guys. Have you guys heard of Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped? Crash Bandicoot Warped. Look at this. You guys played this growing up? They remastered it recently, Like, they do such a good job in that game of, like, creating such vivid levels. Like, the colors pop so hard. The aesthetic of the levels is so nice. I want to see dungeons that got that, like, that Crash Bandicoot type, like, let me see if I can get the remaster up here to show you. Like, good music, good color palette, nice aesthetic. It all pops. It's all smooth. Such a random thought, but yeah, it's a great game. They remastered it. Oh my god, I remember that level, the dinosaur chasing you.
Turtle assets, but I think utilizing this plot of land right here, I think would be a very, very good idea, especially because you could make it connect to Burning Steps, you could make it connect to Dun Moreau, and you could really kind of connect the human and dwarf starting zones too through it if you wanted to, so humans, dwarfs, gnomes could all level together.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I need more snow in this game. That's another one. Stormwind. Straight shot to the snow zones? I wonder, man, could they expand on the snow zones, create another storm zone? But it's almost like it'd be too drastic of a change from snow to Blackrock Mountain so close. Well, I guess they do it here. I want more snow in the game, though. Oh, man, this is big rip potential. This is prime real estate. Look at this, guys. Just north of Stormwind, all of this space.
Play with their friends.
What could they do there? Imagine another way out of Stormwind, like through the back. I know they've done Stormwind with like the docks and stuff. That is actually kind of cool. Give me perma raining zone for the vibes. Potential for sure. I also want a version of the Delve system they put into C+. I want maps to drop out in the world that lead you to a portal out in the world where you may enter a mini dungeon flavored with the corresponding. The floor for Classic Plus should be Turtle WoW. Anything less, then y'all have to sadly understand they do not even want Classic Plus to be good. I don't think Blizzard's even capable of pulling off what Turtle WoW pulled off. Honestly, Turtle WoW took years to make that, and they probably were way more talented and way more passionate. I think it's almost a given, right, that it's going to be worse than Turtle. Even if it is decent, but at least it'll be official.
Friends, they're really not that far apart, and you could just make a massive little rock tunnel for people to do that and play instead of having to do the wonderful tram run that they usually have to do in order to level together. It would just be something that's really cool, and I think that this is probably the second most likely zone to get developed other than Hyjal, because it is just there in between two Alliance cities ready to be primed and created.
Dude, I think we ripped these boxes, guys. The moment of truth. Look how hard we had to work for 5 TSDs. What's our fishing skill at? Let me see. Fishing skill at 141. Let's open them, guys. Here we go. We're an hour and 15 minutes into the stream. Can we get something good, please? Box number 1. Swing and a miss. Full box, but no gear. Box number 2. Swing and a miss. Box number 3. Swing and a miss. Box number 4. Swing and a miss. Box number 5. Swing and a miss. This challenge is bollocks, man. This is the worst challenge ever created, ever invented. Is the worst challenge ever. But I'm almost too stubborn to like fully quit it. Like I wanna at least experience getting a piece of gear from fishing. Dude, honestly, man, I want to believe the tier 2 fishing spot though, like the greens drop way more. Boxes drop way more. Is that accurate though? Like maybe it's just the tier 1 fishing pools that have such bad drop rates. Yes, way more. Challenge was fun for the fuck shamans. How about seasons? Seasonal flavor for each zone. Oh yes, 100%. I'm all about that. All about the The thing, I want to go and fish in Merkfallen right now. But I'm not sure if I can survive at 16. I'm not sure, brothers. Being butt naked with a fishing pole in Stone Talon? Deep in Stone Talon? I mean, what's the worst that could happen? We die and get put out of our misery? Get a summon. You should be able to loot chests. It seems piratey, which kind of fits. I mean, we can loot chests. We just can't use anything in the chests. I'm determined to see. And before we quit, man, I want to see one green piece of gear. Just one. Just one, man. If you died, you crafted gear only. Just one piece of green gear, dude. I want to see if it even exists. This is supposed to be the ultimate testimonial so that you fish and try this challenge, but it's actually ended up being like the ultimate testimonial to like never waste your time with fishing, and that fishing is a complete scam. Fishing is a scam. This has made me realize why, like, I don't actually know why people like fishing. This is... Okay, but just have faith, have faith. It's just the tier 1 chest. Tier 2 chest is gonna be better, right, guys? Tier 2 chest. Let's just go. Let's go. Let's go to Merkfallen. Let's go to Merkfallen right now. Level 16. Let's just go. We die trying. Let's see what we can do. That's the thing, you gotta enjoy it. If it's not gonna feel, if it's not, it's gonna feel mundane. I just don't understand how anyone enjoys this. Like how unless I'm doing it wrong, you know? Maybe Merkfallen, it's gonna be good. We just sat for an hour and 20 minutes fishing up nothing. But in a way, it's the most hardcore challenge. It's like literally like, how long can you get waterboarded before you tap out? How long can you survive the waterboarding challenge? Low grade torture. I had fun with it, man. I put on a show and shit, and it was casual. Gotta be a sicko like Grace. I'm about to call him and get into the right mindset. Maybe Grace likes it because he's kind of like David Goggins. He's like the David Goggins of Classic, you know? They like the pain. Maybe Grace sees it as like running, you know, like a marathon. Like you're getting tired, and he's like yelling at himself, like, "Who's gonna carry the boats? Who's gonna carry the boats? You're weak. You just gotta fish more. You just gotta fish more and just dig deep. Dig deep. Think of your ancestors. More box. Box, box, box." Maybe it's something like that. I'm going to Stone Talon. Let's go, boys. Stone Talon, here we come. Stone Talon. His viewers were increasing. Feel bad for Grace if Classic Plus sucks. Grace still playing 400. Merkfallen will be okay. You're just too low level. There's a few mobs in that lake that you're just going to aggro. Yeah. I wonder what level they are. Like, even if we could kill them really slowly at 16. I mean, yo, the good news is, guys, that our fishing skill is high, which means we can hit the mobs, right? Like, we have 148 fishing skill. That means we have 148 weapon skill. And my actual, like, normal weapon skill right now is 85 if it was max. So we're kind of like a level 30 or something in terms of what we can hit. You know, so I think we should be able to make contact and hit the mobs in Stone Talon. If we can chew through them even slowly, you know what I mean? Put on a lure, yeah. Yeah, Gray's Eye Psycho had start stream with full bags of boxes. You think maybe it's fishing botting? Maybe, because that would be fun. Fish bot, wake up with like 50 trunks and then start the stream with 50. Oh yeah. This is like the hardest thing I've done in this game. This is like someone with like ADHD short attention span. I have like the most fried attention span. Like fishing for hours and hours with no dopamine. 13 hours deep, and this is my only piece of gear. I can't make this shit up. Spellbinder gloves. But in a way, this is the most hardcore challenge, dude. This is it. This is hardcore, self-found, one life, Fishlocked. Doesn't get harder than this. This is the ultimate. Yeah, it's incredibly slow. You just got to dedicate 8 hours of fishing before stream easy. Yeah, that sounds so tempting. Sounds so tempting right now. Like, just like not sleep and just fish all night so I can get 1 green with like a +1 spirit. I mean, we're in it together, boys. We're in it together. We are in it together. We're all getting waterboarded together. How long can we last? How long can we suffer through this? I'm about to watch those Fishlocked videos to see how he did it. I'm gonna watch. I actually am. I'm curious. There's no way this guy's having fun. Fishlocked. Wow. This is the guy. Look, he looks like he's having so much fun. Look at all the thumbnails. Fishlocked, Vezi RPG, 40k subs. This is his most popular thing. Look, Fishlocked 200k 4 months ago. How did he do it, man? Fishlocked HC2 4 months ago, 6-figure views.
So doing this, I got my...
This guy's like a Oscar-winning actor or something. Let's see. I want to actually see how he's doing it. Maybe he just has the strats. He's playing Horde too.
First.
Let's go. Let's see if you guys think it's legit or not.
Ladies and gentlemen,
is he having fun?
It's time to start my dumbest challenge yet. I'm going to be taking my flagship series, Fishlocked, and I'm going to be bringing it over to a different version of World of Warcraft, Classic Hardcore. Now, Classic Hardcore, a little bit different than retail, so our rules are going to be a little bit different. Our goals are going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit of a different pace from the other series, so I hope you're interested in something a little new, but the fishing challenge, and most importantly, the adventure is still here. Now for the rules, let's get into it a little bit, okay? So you don't actually get XP from fishing itself, and you need to be level 5 to even learn fishing in the first place. So obviously I can't only fish and make any progress. So for this series, I can do quests. I can kill enemies, but I can only use or equip items that I got from fishing. So any gear, weapons, food, potions, I have to get it all from fishing. Or, you know, if it's just a fishing related item, I can do what I gotta do to get it. Obviously, there's some exemptions to this rule, like I can grab quest items off mobs if I need it for a quest and things like that. But when I complete quests, the quest rewards that I get from those, like the gear and items, I gotta get rid of that stuff. I can't be doing any dungeons. That's if there would even be really. Killing boars, scorpions, imps, beating up lazy peons, collecting apples. Only the Burning Blade Cave at the top was slightly scary because, well, even if it's low level, going into a cave naked on hardcore is always kind of a bad idea, but I did it anyway. And Yarog Bane Shadow, he was the only thing kind of scary. He got me pretty low, but I still got his ass. And I had to fight my way out of the cave, completing the starting zone and getting me up to level 5.
You know what it is though? He is playing Hunter though, guys. If you play Hunter, man, I think you can just have your pet kill everything. You know what I mean? Like, it's probably not that bad being naked. Like, you can literally just let your pet kill everything. Even if you had no bow, you could just, like, punch something with your pet with, like, max rank bite or, like, claw, right? And be probably pretty fine, you know? You'd probably be killing stuff, like, pretty handily. You just heal your pet. It's probably, maybe that's it. Like,
I left the Valley of
But I'm honestly just curious to see if he gets gear. Is it a scam? He's self-found, so he can't get it from the auction house. When is he getting this gear?
And I headed into Senjin Village, but I immediately...
How is this guy going to get a bow or a gun?
He ran off to the fishing shack by the ocean so that I could learn apprentice fishing skill. But Lao Tiki here, the fisherman, he didn't actually sell fishing rods, so we had to run back to Senjin Village to get one, and then we hit the water. Dark Spear Strand. little coast here, we were finally fishing. I fished here for a little while, but I was only getting one type of fish, the raw slither skin mackerel, which wasn't that good of a fish. So I decided after a little while, maybe I wanted a change of scenery, a different spot to fish. So I ran to the city, to Orgrimmar. I ran all the way across Durotar, entering Orgrimmar, and heading to the back into the Valley of Honor. There's a great place to fish here where the fishing tournament is, and a little more variety of fish here to catch too. We got brilliant smartfish, bristle whisker catfish, long jaw mud snappers, and some other random junk along the way. I fished here for a while until I got my fishing skill up to 75, which is the max for apprentice, and I was going to train journeyman fishing, but it costs 5 silver. And after selling all the fish I caught here, I only had 1 silver to...
So he's still probably really low level, and he's 75 fishing already, and he went to the city. Okay. This guy's a pro fisherman, dude. Like, I'm locked in right now, dude. I'm so... doing this challenge myself, like, I'm actually so curious how this guy does it. Like, okay, he goes to the city. He's 1 silver. He has no money to train the next fishing skill.
Show for it.
When does he miraculously get gear?
So we had a little bit of a way to go still. Now, I kept fishing here in Orgrimmar for a while, and while I was doing this, I finally decided to download a fishing add-on. I don't even use fishing add-ons in the retail series, but for some reason, we're trying it here. I got Fishing Buddy Classic. I mostly just wanted to use this to keep track of how much I fished in each zone, and it also tracks what I caught in each area, too. It separates the little areas of each zone, too. It's not even just, like, Durotar and Orgrimmar. It'll tell you, like, the specific spots, too, and what you caught. It's pretty cool. So with this, I caught a couple hundred fish to try to get some money, and I even did get a rare drop. This Merc Sword of the Monkey. 2-handed.
Bro, are you fucking shitting me? In Orgrimmar, he fucking... Dude, there's no fucking shot. He's in Orgrimmar at level 9 and fishes up a 2-handed sword plus 3 agility plus 3 stamina? I've been fishing 13 hours. I have 1 pair of white gloves, bro. Brother. My brothers. He just casually pulls a sword from Orgrimmar. Not even a box. You can't even get boxes in Orgrimmar. Right? You can't even get boxes in Orgrimmar. Dude, what? What?
Sword, 24 to 36 damage, plus 3.
He's not even freaking out, man. Isn't he an expert fisherman? Shouldn't he be losing his mind, freaking out, having a meltdown? Like, bro, not even from a box. He's in Orgrimmar chilling and pulls a Merc Sword of the Monkey out of his butthole? Oh my gosh, bro. He probably fished for days.
Agility, plus 3 stamina, 10.7 DPS. This was going to be a great weapon. This was perfect for a hunter. Even though it's not a ranged weapon, I could still smack some people with it. Problem was, I needed to be level 11 to use it. Man, this thing would be amazing, and I wanted to use it, so I got right back to some leveling. I headed to Senjin Village. I grabbed all the quests and started off by just killing crabs on the shore for a while. I also did some fishing here, but I was still just getting the same mackerel crap, so not that much. I did eventually get the money up for journeyman fishing, but...
I think this strat is just bad, though, right? He's not even fishing in a spot that has boxes. He's just fishing in a random water pool, bro. I don't think there's even any... There's no boxes, and I don't think there's any, like, schools by Senjin, right? Or in the city. Dude, there's no schools of fish in Senjin, right? In the starter zones. There's none. And there's none in the city. And this guy has a green sword. How?
When I went to go buy it, that's when I realized I also needed to be level 10. So, again, back to leveling. And I just started doing pretty much all the quests here in Durotar. Kultirans, Quillbars, swimming around in the ocean, killing pretty much all the scorpions and boars I see along the way. And then we moved into the Echo Isles, which this was a little bit scary to quest in, especially the troll enemies. So I mostly just stuck to the quests about the tiger fur and the raptor eggs, and grinded some more mobs while I was here. But when I left and I turned in some quests, I got up to level 10. And this was the big level for me, because as a hunter at level 10 now, I could finally get a pet, and a pet would increase my damage significantly, as well as giving me a personal tank, because my pet can now just take all that damage if I let him keep aggro while I also fight. And I'm also planning on putting my talents into Beast Mastery to really beef up this pet as well.
I want to see how this guy gets here, bro. I still don't know how he's gonna get there. He's level 10 right now.
Because I'm not really going to be getting that many gear upgrades, so we might as
He pulled a Merc Sword of the Monkey out of his butthole in Orgrimmar.
well get something to keep me powerful. I went and did the quest line to unlock the pet, and for my pet, what did I pick? Well, I wanted a sea creature, and I decided the best one I was going to go with was a crab. And these crabs also have a claw ability, which a lot of other pets don't have this, so it makes them pretty strong too. And with my new pet crab, I headed back to the Echo Isles, and now I had the courage to fight the trolls, and I cleared house on everything here. Then I left the Echo Isles, went and killed a bunch of quillboars to finish up that quest, and I hit level 11 doing this. Meaning now, I could use that sword that we fished up earlier. I needed to drop everything because I couldn't just use this sword.
Bro, look at his character. He has no gear on, right? 0 gear, 0 gloves, nothing. He's completely 0 gear. The first item he pulls, not even from a fishing pool, not even from a loot box thing, from just common water, is a weapon. A 2-handed weapon with Agi stem on its sword. What are the god tier RNG chances of that? That is incredible. That is divine intervention. This guy is the chosen one. This guy is him. How? He could have got like just a green pair of boots or something. Are you sure he's got the SSF buff? I saw it unless it's a Photoshop. And he gets it from Orgrimmar, bro? At least get it from Ratchet, from a fishing box, you know? At least. Him getting that sword is like someone saying, I'm going to build a business from scratch, but first I'm going to hit the Powerball for $215 million. He's just good at fishing? No joke.
I need a 2-handed sword skill, so I ran to the Zeppelin Tower and took the Zeppelin to the other side of the world to Undercity. I ran over, hit the Weapon Master, and it also cost 10 silver, but you know what? It's okay, because now we're really packing heat. I went from punching enemies alone to now swinging my giant sword with my crab by my side. We've come so far, so fast.
So here's the thing, right? Like now if you're level 11 with that 2-handed sword, like he should just be survival with like Raptor Strike, you know, like with like Savage Strikes, just crushing stuff down, and you would be absolutely pumped. And a crab pet and all that. I'm just curious to see how he gets the gear, you know. Of course you can, dude, you can just play the game really well actually. If you have a pet and you have a nice like green sword like that at level, I'm curious what he does. Does he just go straight like, does he fish at Ratchet? Does he go to Stone Talon?
I went back to Duratar after this, and I just started killing everything so I could get my sword skill up. I did this mostly on the crocodiles at the river border to the Barrens, and I also made sure to do some fishing here as well. With a bunch of smart, brilliant fish dropping here, I kept that in mind. And once I did enough killing and got my sword skill up enough that I felt comfortable, I went on a long walk, through my favorite zone, the Barrens. And when I got to the crossroads, well, this wasn't actually my final location. I wasn't ready to go to the crossroads and be in the Barrens for real yet, so I ran all the way to Thunder Bluff. I kept heading south, and when I got close to Camp Tarajo, I got ambushed by a wild pack of hyenas. Level 19, by the way. They almost killed us. I barely got away, but at the sacrifice of our crab. And with that heroic act, I needed to respect this crab more, so he gets a name. He is now Larry. You know, like the crab from SpongeBob. Okay, yes, I know Larry's a lobster. I wanted to rage bait comments, but now I don't want to look like an idiot either, so this was a bad idea to write that. Me and Larry ended up running through Mulgore, and we made it to Thunder Bluff, and here I was going to expand a little bit and learn another profession, cooking. And at the fishing vendor here, there's a cooking recipe for brilliant smartfish, and those brilliant smartfish you can also catch fishing right here in the city of Thunder Bluff. So that was the new plan, and I got to casting. I did finally train my
Dude, he's just fishing in the cities, man.
journeyman fishing and started getting my skills up, but I noticed I actually wasn't getting very many brilliant smartfish here. They were dropping at about 16% according to my add-ons, so that wasn't very good. I did catch a simple cape though. This was our first piece of armor, but
From the cities. Is that the strat, guys? You fish in the cities? I'm not kidding. This guy's pulling multiple pieces of gear. Capes. Maybe that's the secret sauce. You don't even go for the loot boxes and stuff. This makes no sense to me. You're literally fishing in the city. There should be the worst loot in the city. It should be nothing. It should just be like the worst fish. There should be no loot. Maybe potions if you get lucky. There shouldn't be any leather. There shouldn't be any gear. You're fishing in the city. There should be nothing there, but he's pulling multiple pieces of gear from non-pools. Maybe it's like Maybe it's just a numbers game where like you don't go for the pools and you just fish and you just do a lot of casts. Maybe you just do a ton of casts, guys. And you don't need to worry about the loot boxes. Is that it, maybe? You just fish a lot. Even if it's open water, it's okay. Because he doesn't seem to be very oriented around the pools. Maybe he's big brain with this, man. That like he's not worried about pools. He's just fishing, you know? He's just raw fishing. Sneak into org angle. I've leveled fishing countless times in the cities and I've never gotten gear. This guy's pulling multiple pieces from the city. No pool, no box.
I did really want those brilliant smart fish, and I realized over at the border from the Barrens and Duratar, they were dropping at a better rate earlier, so I decided to run all the way back there to get that better drop rate, and I kept fishing. This was a good choice. I got my fishing skill maxed up again to 150 here, caught about 150 fish, and 84 of those were brilliant smart fish. So I took all of those back to Thunder Bluff, cooked them all, and this got my cooking skill high enough that I unlocked another recipe for longjaw mud snappers, and I already had 120 of those, so I cooked them all up, and this unlocked another recipe for bristle whisker catfish. You know, another fish that we got, but I was out of money. So since I was out of money, I did a little bit of questing here in Mulgore. I killed harpies, quill boars, and just animals. While I was doing this, I also dinged level 12, and this would give me the skill unlocks for wing clip and mend pet, which would be useful to me even without a ranged weapon. But those costs more money.
So far, he hasn't hit one single pool, I don't think, or gotten one box.
So I just kept questing, and when I ran out of quests, I just killed harpies until I hit level 13. But doing this and doing some fishing in between in both Thunder Bluff and Stone Bull Lake, I got the money together for my recipes and my skills. And then I cooked up the catfish that I had caught so far, and my cooking had hit 150 skill points. To get my cooking further, I would need to go buy a book in Decilis, and Decilis is a lot higher level of his own, so it's going to be a while before I can run over there. But with my cooking and my fishing both at 150 skill, me being level 13 now, I felt pretty good about myself, and I headed back into the Barrens. I love this place, and I was ready to move forward. I started off killing plain striders, then I moved into quill boars, and it got a little bit sketchy at times. I was pulling a lot of enemies, but I got it all done, Chen's empty keg and all. And when the next quest sent me deeper into the quill boars, I got a little bit scared, so I ran to Ratchet instead. And while I was in Ratchet, I took the boat over to Booty Bay, because here in Booty Bay, this is where you can buy the book to upgrade your fishing skill to the next tier. But this costs 1 whole gold, so yeah, it's gonna be a while before I can get that one. So I headed back to the Barrens again, and I decided to go deeper into that quill boar territory to do those quests. We killed a bunch of them, stole some supplies, and I needed to kill their leader, Kreenig Snarlsnout. I almost killed him, but then things...
Bro, imagine he did all this with no sword. He just got so insanely lucky on this sword. I think that's why he had a good playthrough. This guy manifests a sword. A green, like, pretty much BIS stats, two-handed sword requiring level 11. Nothing, brother. From nothing.
Got really messy with some other enemies too, and I had to run off. But when I went back up, I slowly cleared out the area, and I killed him no problems this time. For the next quest, I got sent over to the Forgotten Pools, and this was where I was happy, because this is where I really wanted to do some fishing. I love it here over at these different oases in the Barrens. They are pretty much probably my favorite spots in WoW to just fish
found?
and
Yeah,
vibe.
what's up, Cat?
And I just sat here and I caught over 100 fish. 28 of them were deviate fish, a very iconic fish here that we can cook up something very cool if we get the cook.
Dude, I think his secret strat is ignoring pools. I don't even know if this guy knows pools exist in Classic WoW. Do you think he knows pools exist? He hasn't mentioned it one time. He hasn't cared about floating wreckage. I think he's just mouse wheel casting over and over and over again into open water. That might be the strat for this. It's just fish, 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 no downtime, rod, fish, 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 fish. No worry about pools, no transit time, no wasted time, fish, fish, fish. And eventually, if maybe it's more consistent, like you get gear faster that way or something, you know?
cooking recipe for it. But also doing this, I got my first tightly sealed trunk. And these were our big ticket items for fishing. Because inside these trunks, there'd be a range of things from money, crafting supplies, potions, and even sometimes gear and bags. Now, they usually just have a little bit of money and some crafting supplies. The ones with gear are a little more rare. But this first
I gotta be real careful here, dude.
Have some gear, but it was mail, so we couldn't wear it. That's, you know.
Wait, you got gear?
It's a gamble with these things. Eventually, I ran off there, and I went on to the next Oasis area, and I noticed a lot of the stuff there was level 6 pools.
Wait, what did you do?
This was where I was happy, because this is where I really wanted to do some fishing. All
right, guys, we're in a prime fishing spot. This is where our luck turns around, right? We've had a real rough start, man. We're down badly. No weapons, no greens, 13 hours deep. We're down horrendous, but we're at Merkfallen Lake right now. We're surrounded by red mobs. This is where it all turns around, man. This is where we get the good RNG, right? This is it, man. Surely, dude. This is the Grace for Days invented this spot. This is Merkfallen Lake. Apparently, there's always a pool up at all given times. Look at this. 2 pools. Oh, brother. My brother. My brothers. This is it. This is where our luck turns around. I can feel it, man. This is it. It's gonna become fun now, hopefully. It's gonna become fun, right, guys? We're about to have fun, right? Let's go. Time to have fun. Bang.
Love it here over at these different oases in the Barrens. They are pretty much probably my favorite spots in WoW to just fish and vibe. And I just sat here and I caught over 100 fish. 28 of them were deviate fish, a very iconic fish here that we can cook up something very cool if we get the cooking recipe for it. But also doing this, I got my first tightly sealed trunk. And these were our big ticket items for fishing. Because inside these trunks, there'd be a range of things from money, crafting supplies, potions, and even sometimes gear and bags. Now, they usually just have a little bit of money.
Watertight trunk, let's
supplies. The ones with gear are a little more rare. But this first one we opened did have some gear, but...
Bro, the first trunk he opens has a green? This is rage bait. This is AI. This is AI, dude. This is AI, man. This is AI. This is AI. This is private server. This guy on that V-Mango's client. This is private server, bro. This is private server. This is private server. Bro, this is a joke. This is rage bait AI, right? This is made with like Sora. Sora AI, right? First trunk, he rips a green. He can actually use that, by the way. It's male. At level 40, he can use that. If he has nothing in that slot. Dude, there's no way.
It was male, so we couldn't wear it. That's, you know, it's just what happens sometimes. It's a gamble with these things. Eventually, I ran off there, and I went on to the next Oasis area, but I noticed a lot of the stuff there was level 16, and I wanted to stay safe for now. I was still a little scared, so I ran off to Ratchet instead, and I did the pirate quests, and I did some fishing over on that shore, and the pirates were mostly no problem, except for the boss, Baron Longshore.
Skill issue.
It was tricky for me to solo pull him, but even when I did solo pull him, respawns happened, so I had to lock in and tank a little more damage, but we still won in the end, baby. I cleared this up and I was in Ratchet. I noticed I had the 1 gold to buy the fishing book, so I decided I'll quickly take the boat over again to Booty Bay and buy the book this time. But when I got there, I realized this time that I needed to be level 20 as well for the book, so once again, I'm cucked. I headed back to the Barrens again, and this time I went into the stagnant oasis to fight Centaur and fish. I killed a lot of Centaur, and I caught a lot of fish. And while I was killing Centaur, I saw Varog
Gotta
the
pray to
Dervish,
RNGesus. Some days are bunk, some are getting 2 to 3 chests from 1 pool.
He was 3 levels higher than me, so it was a little scary, but I'm a hunter, so this shit's kind of easy, I'm not gonna lie. I can kind of just either put my pet to tank him, or I can just kite him with wing clip while I have aggro and have my pet attack him while I run around. It's not really that hard as a hunter, as long as we're doing
Alright, 2 trunks, man. Let's go, dude. 2 trunks. Let's see what we're rocking with here, man. Let's see if we get an upgrade. Come on. Right now. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, dude. If this was Rodfather, bro, he rips up blue here, dude. He gets Kangs the Decapitator off that on God, man. On God, he rips a Kang from Merc Fallon. I swear,
some more
dude.
quests, and I got to level 16 and went to Thunderbluff to learn my skills that I could use. These new ones included Mongoose Bite and Immolation Trap. Very good for my arsenal. Still don't need a ranged weapon to use these yet, but a ranged weapon would be nice to get one of these days.
Man.
Now, when I went back to the Barrens, I could finally go to the final oasis, the Lushwater Oasis. This one is the one with the entrance to the Wailing Caverns, and by far my favorite place to just hang out and fish. Sometimes I like just climbing up the skull too and just hanging out with the NPCs up there, but I really needed a fish, so I got to it. And often there was deviant fish schools here that I caught from, and from these I was
How many
able to
chests
get
have
more
you opened? Should we make a
trunks,
tally? Should we
and,
start counting?
I wasn't getting the best luck on gear. I was mostly
You know what's
just
tilting, bro? He's like actually having such a delightful run, completely like not getting frustrated at all, right? He's like literally chilling. Like he's big, chilling, relaxing, just letting the greens flow. He's like, oh, I love the Barrens, bro. I love just like fishing and just ripping greens from pools. He has no idea how frustrating it can be. He's having the most blessed run ever, but he's just like completely lackadaisical to it because he just doesn't, because he's just on the blessed run. He's on the blessed run. He's like having a glorious time fishing it up.
Supplies, but you know what? It's fine. Those supplies, they add up, and eventually we can get something. And I just fished here until I had a full inventory of stuff that I didn't want to delete. So I went to go drop some of that stuff off in my bank, and then I did some more questing. I killed some harpies and some raptors. I even found this small little pond up north in the Barrens.
I mean, he's editing it in post.
And while I was doing some venture company quests,
it's true. That is true, though. I mean, he could be crashing out the whole time, getting super frustrated, and then like just edits it down and then just has like a nice little chill voiceover after. Definitely possible. I want to believe that's true. I want to believe that's actually what happened. He was just as frustrated to us. He was at Merc Fallon. He's like 300 cast deep. He finally gets a green and he's like, oh, time to heart the Orgrimmar. Say we pulled it from Orgrimmar.
I saw a fellow troll
seems
die,
like
and maybe that should have been my sign to run off from the area, but I wanted to get it done. Even if the Sludge Fen quests were sketchy, some of the respawns, they did get me nearly killed, but I got it all done, and I even did the escort quest. Finishing all this, I turned in my quests, and I dinged level 18.
Floating wreckage at Merc Fallon.
I really wanted to turn on my Twitch
Merc Fallon, floating wreckage, this is it.
For a few hours.
Who's going to be here, man, when we see a green? Who's going to be here? It's going to be a momentous occasion. Is it going to be right now when we see a green? I don't care if I can use it or not. I just want to make sure I'm not bugged. Like, that they do, in fact, exist in this game.
So, I'm probably going to go live somewhat often doing this hardcore thing. Some things you might not end up seeing in videos, you'll see on streams. So if you want to go follow me there, there's my plug. I started off by just doing loops around the different oases in the Barrens when there was no fishing pools. I was fishing for crates while also killing centaur in the area because I really wanted to get the savory deviant delight recipe, but it's a pretty rare drop, and I wasn't really getting any luck. And I also wasn't really getting any luck on gear from these boxes either. But at least, you know, I did get some interaction with other players, like the other fishermen I was fighting over for the lake.
That was the most, he like cracked my back right there. He like literally scratched the deep itch just hearing any frustration in his voice. He said he had no luck on gear. I feel that.
In the Barrens and fished a little
I
bit
want to hear
in
it again.
And while I was doing some venture company quests, I saw a fellow troll die. And maybe that should have been my sign to run off from the area, but I wanted to get it
Tell me
done.
about your frustrations,
Even if the
brother,
Sludge
please.
Fen quests were sketchy, some of the respawns, they did get me nearly killed, but I got it all done, and I even did the escort quest. Finishing all this, I turned in my quests, and I dinged level 18. From here, though, I really wanted to turn on my Twitch stream and just lock in for a few hours. So I'm probably going to go live somewhat often doing this hardcore thing. Some things you might not end up seeing in videos, you'll see on streams. So if you want to go follow me there, there's my plug. I started off by just doing loops.
He has more followers than me, dude. He has 62.3k followers. I think I have like 50. This guy's just sunning me, dude. He's just straight sunning me. I'm over here seething, and he's chilling, dude. More followers, more views, bro. This guy's doing it right, brother.
Around the different oases in the Barrens when there was no fishing pools. I was fishing for crates.
This spot is fire, though. We're actually getting a lot of
centaur
crates
in the area because I really wanted to get the savory deviant delight recipe, but it's a pretty rare drop, and I wasn't really getting any luck. And I also wasn't really getting any luck with gear from these boxes either. But at least, you know, I did get some interaction with other players, like the other fishermen I was fighting over the lake. Hey! Hey! Who the hell? Yo. Yo, can somebody get out here? Hey, can somebody get out here and take care of this guy? Hey, I don't like your kind, bro. Oh, this motherfucker. This motherfucker. Does he not know who I am? Hey. Oh, this guy. He wants to go. He wants to go, bro. This is my shit.
Why is he like Ratchet when he streams? That's the most funny thing ever. What? He's like he turns on his Twitch stream.
This is my shit. This is my whole personality.
What? Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, he knew. He knew to step off my turf. Can't believe he tried to steal my fish.
Yeah,
or there was also the guy who came up and asked me if I was a fishing bot. Why would a bot be naked, fishing, self-found on a dead hardcore server? I gotta ask these questions. What's going through your head? Is my challenge so dumb that it doesn't seem like...
Yo, dude, we're gonna rip these boxes. We're gonna get something. I can feel it. It's right now, guys. I think, honestly, guys, I think we min-maxed. This was correct. Dude, this spot is fire. Look at the rate of trunks we're getting, and there's constant pools. Honestly, dude, I'm not joking. This might be where it actually turns around for us. There's constant pools, and it actually is safe to be here at 16. It seems like it, at least. I can actually fight this stuff off. Oh, we did get a green. A pattern. At least it's something, bro. At least it's not like leather. Okay, dude. Come on. And a healing potion, I guess. That's not bad, dude. I think this spot is going to be it, though, man. I think you... Dude, if you want to do this challenge, like, you basically just have to grind naked till 16 and then come back. Don't even bother with disgusting Ratchet, bro. Ratchet is terrible. Not worth it at all. Don't go to Ratchet. Just come straight here. Don't even fish until you're ready to come here.
Like a real person would ever do this? Good. That's my goal. I want you to think that. Now, the server wasn't fully dead. There was some players around because recently streamers started playing here on Skull Rock, and they're doing some kind of like race war. But I'm kind of just doing my own thing fishing, so I don't really know what's going on.
That's us, the race war people.
With that, a whole lot. When I was done fishing here, I took all my leather that I had fished up throughout this whole...
This guy was on our server, guys. Can you craft that? Nah, I can't, unfortunately. I mean, unless we change the rules, but I don't think this guy's doing that, right? It's all fishing. He's not like crafting anything. So look at this guy, dude. There's a piranha guy, fish made. Like watching the youngling. Wonder what level is he? Is he 60, bro? We're in warrior.
Whole time from boxes, and I took it to Orgrimmar, and I learned leather working because I was gonna finally craft my own armor, so I wouldn't have to be walking around naked.
What
anymore.
is the purpose of
With
this?
The starting stuff I had.
The kill time before C+. Kill time.
I was able to craft a chest piece, legs, boots, bracers, and a couple armor kits. And I got my leather working skill up to 20, but that was about it.
It was like the race lock.
At least I'm not naked anymore. Now, normally I would go back to the Barrens after this, but I wanted a change of scenery, and I wanted to check out a new fishing spot. So we took a flight to the other side of the world, and I walked to the Silver Pine Forest to hit the coast and hope of some good catches.
Dude, look how much gear he has. What? He has a chest piece. He has pants. He has bracers. He has a cloak. Bro, what? Wait, what? When did that happen? When did that happen? He skipped it out, bro. He skipped out. Look, he's 1 second. He's literally like, look, he just has a cloak and the fishing pole, like basically the sword, right?
Was gonna finally craft my own armor so I wouldn't have to be walking around.
Oh, he crafted. Oh, dude, what? I can craft? Oh my god, what? Bro, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. I can craft? No shot I can craft. I did this all wrong then. What the helicopter? Ain't no way, dude.
Anymore. With the starting stuff I had, I was able to craft a chest piece, legs, boots,
What? Oh my god, I could be in full mail this whole time with blacksmithing gear. Follows the lore. You're on the ruthless mode? No. Did you get ore out of the boxes? Oh. I see. He's using the leather to craft stuff. Okay. I mean, what I was going to do, I'm not sure if that's better, actually. What I was going to do, boys, is I was just going to have Engie. Like, I'm mining at the same time. I was just going to have target dummies and bombs and stuff. Because, like, that doesn't really count as gear, you know? That's probably better than some random leather stuff you can make. Armor kits and stuff, right? I feel like Engie's actually better. It'll save your life more. You're not going to get any weapons from leatherworking. You know what I mean? I don't think you could just buy patterns with the trainer and rip them. It's more fun fishing gear. I think we're gonna be okay, man. I'm down to just fish this spot until we have gear. Merkfallen's not much walking. It's just a circle. This is pretty chill. And we can just react Andy to stuff. Like, this is actually the saving grace, the spot. I'm not even kidding.
Racers, and a couple armor kits. And I got my leatherworking skill up to 20, but that was about it for now. So at least I'm not naked anymore. Now normally I would go back to the
oh
Barrens
shit,
after
24.
This,
oh god.
I wanted a change of scenery, and I wanted to check out a
Let's
new
see if we can
fishing
survive
spot.
without
So
anything.
we took a flight to the other side of the world.
I just walked.
And I walked to the Silver Pine Forest, hit the coast, and hoped Once I got over there, I found another fisherman.
Okay, we probably could survive without
named
anything.
Killian Santa. He actually had another new cooking recipe for me, the rainbow fish albacore, but it's kind of a lower level one, so I probably won't use it very much.
Oh my
But
god,
this
we have a
coast was
protector.
pretty nice for
Let's
fishing.
go.
There's not really any enemies I would have to
Thank
fight.
you, sir.
There was plenty of fishing pools that kept respawning, and for the first time I was seeing pools full of debris, which would have
Oh,
a higher
water?
chance
They
of
can't
having
follow you in the
chunks
water?
them. So
That's
I started
huge.
getting a few here.
Oh my
getting
god, this spot's even more goated then. They can't follow you in the water? Let's go. This is the best spot ever. This is the best spot ever, brothers. Okay.
Lots more crafting materials.
Oh,
I got
okay,
a new
then.
belt, but no crazy gear.
Paladin seems
It was
alright
kind
for
of a
this.
Good time on this coast. I did also.
Dude, are we through the worst of it? Are you guys sensing it? Are the vibes shifting rapidly? Like, we're in this amazing circle. We can actually get tons of chests without having to, like, walk around and be in massive danger. We can walk in the water, so the high-level mobs can't catch us. It's possible we can use the gear here, too, at 16 that drops. Dude, we might be doing this, boys. We might be. I mean, I say this, and I still haven't gotten a single green, but, like, you know what I mean? Are trunks per hour up? This has got when it got more fun for me? That's what I'm saying. Maybe, dude. Maybe. Just wait for the tier 2 out of 3 crates to actually drop greens. Maybe, guys. Maybe we're about to have fun right now. Can you use recipes that you fish? I think so. Are you going to promote shirts and ball caps and snapbacks and even better yet, fishing poles and lures for Fishlocked, Mr. Cargos? That's a really good idea, bro. You know what I actually should do? I should sell a poster of this. Who's buying that? Who's buying that for 10 USD? Putting it up above your bed. Oh, that's a great idea, man. Good thinking. Okay, let's go. God, I'm inspired by this man. This man inspires me.
Run over to Sepultura at one point to turn in a quest, which dinged me up to level 19, and then I just kept fishing here in the Silver Pine for a while until I got bored. I caught like 100-ish fish, and I wanted to head back to the Barrens because I was only one level away from the big one, level 20, which would open up way more things, new spells, new fishing book, and, you know, I wanted to
Bro,
get that.
I'm actually, for the
Right
first
into-
time, thinking there's hope for this challenge. For the first time, I'm not feeling like I'm being actively waterboarded for the first time. Like, I think this is it, guys. I think we made it. I think we made it, boys. Merkfallen in Stone Talon was the key. Our trunks per hours are up. I'm not having to walk much. We're hitting pool after pool after pool. Bro, it's literally, we're just fishing pools, straight up. This is incredible, man. This is incredible. Hopefully we get some, though. Let me get a polished Zweihander of the boar, please. Please. One polished Zweihander. That's all I asked for, bro. I'm not being greedy. Polished Zweihander of the bear. Right now.
Some more questing, killing Serena Bloodfeather, and then I moved into the next zone for quests, the Stone Talon Mountains. Here I killed some Grim Totem Taurens, did an escort quest, killed spiders, killed more Venture Company. I even found some water here to fish from. There was like these little oil spill pools, which they didn't actually drop oil. Instead, they dropped firefin snappers. That's a interesting fish. But I turned in my quests, and I hit level 20, the big one. I went right to Booty Bay, and I bought the expert fishing book from Old Man Hemming, the Bass, and you. So now I could get my fishing skill all the way up to 225, and then I went to train all my new hunter skills.
I actually have hella money.
Freezing Trap, and I got the big one, Aspect of the Cheetah.
Yo, look
now
at my money,
I
guys.
just run so much.
For level 16, isn't that good? Guys, look. Look at my money, guys. Look at my money for level 16. That's the good thing about fishing, I guess. Look, I almost have 2 gold, bro. At 16? That's pretty fire. We could buy that book right now.
Much faster, absolute extreme speed through Azeroth. Now, I know we did a lot in this episode, so I hope you enjoyed this first episode. I wanted to make sure I did a good chunk of stuff to have good progress to start, but I can't promise that every episode is going to have this level of progress, but we're going to keep going on the series.
Be careful, that sounds like what a character says before tragedy arrives.
The slower the progress is, but I do want to make it all the way to level 60 doing this. 300 fishing skill. Earn all the cool fishing rewards that I can. So, you know, if you enjoyed, liking and commenting would really help out since it's the first episode. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I appreciate all of y'all. Hopefully this is the first episode of a great series. Also, you can check out the Patreon if you want.
This guy, dude, you have to have the patience of a saint for this challenge. This guy's built different. You can tell he's cool as a cucumber, right? This guy's blood pressure doesn't rise at all. This guy's stable. Emotionally regulated. Wow. Must be nice. I'm crashing out. And I'm like 13 hours into this. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it. I am crashing out over like lack of good RNG. Let's see. I want to watch the next episode of this. One ring found. He found the one ring. Where's episode 2? Fishing millionaire. Fishing 2.
The Tempur-Pedic breeze makes sleep feel cool. So no more sweating all night or blasting the...
I've had to explain it so many times. An MMORPG is an online fishing minigame with another game built around it. That's all it is. It's an online fishing minigame, normally with a combat system.
Finally, there is somebody out there who understands me. This is it. It's that simple. That's all there is about this game. It's all about the fishing. Thank you, Josh, you handsome devil. But welcome back to Fishlocked Hardcore, where I'm playing through classic hardcore World of Warcraft, but the only items I can equip and use are things from fishing. Some people actually started calling it Fish Found, which honestly, I really like that. I think it's even probably a better name, and I wish I came up with that myself sooner, but it's a little late now. You know, I already made the logo and everything myself, so yeah. Anyways, watch the first
only hunting in
episode
WoW
if
is as
you
good as
haven't yet, so you
Big
can see
Buck
the fully
Hunter Pro.
explained rules and the progress.
This spot is insane, though, guys. We're straight up only casting in pools. Wow. I don't know if it's ever going to get better than this. This is probably just the best fishing spot in the game. It's like a hyper spawn of pools. It's too good.
We've made so far, but let's get into it. I started off in Orgrimmar, and I headed over to the leatherworking place to use some of the leather we fished up earlier, and I had gotten my leatherworking
Every time I'd go into his
to
streams, he was
45
listening to
points,
live
and
Grateful
even
Dead
made
concerts,
myself
chilling
a
hard.
new chess
You think he's a
piece
stoner?
and embossed a leather
You think that's how you
vest.
make it through this challenge? You just like, you're just blazed out of your mind, and you just like don't even care, and you're just fishing, and you're basically like on autopilot, and like are like not even really conscious. You're just like F5 brain cells still active.
This thing actually has +2 stamina on it too, so that's some bonus health. And I headed out to do what I do best. Fish. I took the Zeppelin over to the Eastern Kingdoms, and I ran over to Silverpine Forest to the shores yet again. This was a great spot, actually, for like the lower level stuff, because I could just run up and down this little coast, and I didn't really have to...
Got bored of TBC arena cargos? Yeah, dude, I decided to upgrade. I wanted a real challenge, Ben, so I decided to go do something that would actually challenge me and actually be a better skill expression type of challenge, so I decided on this. I'm having a great time, man.
fight anybody. There was no enemies. There was like level 14s around the area.
Grace talked in the stream about how he used to be a big stoner. Oh, I remember.
After I fished one up, so there would be new ones.
I remember Blaze for days.
Rotation here, but I did have to keep an eye out for one thing in the area: the son of Arugal, which was still a little tough. You know, a 25 elite. He patrolled through the area, but you know, I could still avoid him for now. One day though, one day I'm gonna kill you, bro, and I'm gonna do it with just my fishing gear. And I fished up around here for about an hour, and in this hour I got 10 tightly sealed trunks to open, mostly full of just crafting supplies in them all, but I did get a pair of cloth pants. Now, you know, they're cloth, they're not leather, but they had better stats than our stuff with +2 stamina and +3 intellect, so we're gonna have to use these for now. Now, the fishing here in Silverpine, it was great. I loved it, but I wanted a little bit of a change of scenery. You know, we've been here for a while now. We were here last time, so I decided I was gonna move.
You think a spider could chase me in the water?
That we hadn't been to yet, but I can still fish up stuff.
I don't think it could, but I think it could spit it.
And that would be Westfall. Now, if you don't know, Westfall is Alliance territory, so it's kind of on the
I was at Westfall, dude. There wasn't much to fish.
Other side of the world, and the other faction of players is going to be there doing their quest, because that's where they do their thing. But the problem is, it might be a little bit tough to get there, because to get through Westfall, you have to go through Stranglethorn Vale, and Stranglethorn Vale is a very high level place. Enemies there are much, much higher level than me right now, so if I ran through there and got attacked, well, I would most likely be dead. I might end up like these guys.
I'm gonna try to taunt it off. I resist, lad! My taunt resist, lad! Oh my god, don't bump him, lad! Oh no, lad! Oh no, lad! This is a bad idea, lad! Oh no, this is not good! Oh no, lad! Oh, there's 10 tigers, lad! This was a terrible idea, lad! We cannot, we need...
Oh my god.
To run, lad!
This is like week 1 hardcore.
But no need to worry, there is a safe way to get there. I headed over to the Zeppelin Tower, and you need to use this specific one to get this right. You need to go from the Zeppelin from Undercity
and
down
was way
to
too funny. That shit was
Vale.
peeking to 10.
And as soon as you load in, you jump off of the Zeppelin into the water, and now you're in open water in a high-level zone. Good luck, my friend. Just kidding. There's no enemies up here, so if you jump off,
are still going.
the proper one, you just swim up north, and eventually you hit the coast of Westfall. And after
even from pools, man, I feel like it's like 1 in 20 to get a trunk. Where, dude? Like we're basically just fishing pools. We've got 2. Come on, man. For an upgrade, please. Yeah. So we actually have 0 upgrades today, right, guys? 0 upgrades. 0 upgrades. I'm gonna open this. 1. Oh no. Second page. Oh. Dang it. I'm almost tempted, guys, to go leatherworking for a second, then drop it and re-level mining just to get some armor. Thoughts on that? It actually might be worth it. I'm getting a good amount of leather. I have some of the bank as well. And like, even if I lose a little bit of prog, wait, did I even get NG? Oh, dude, I should totally get leatherworking, right? Totally. I haven't even done anything on NG yet. Yeah, okay. All right, man. That sounds really good. Yeah, we should copy that guy. Open trunk's about to go to bed. Pool should be 10%. I feel like it would go faster to just quest naked than to fish for gear. Yeah, I mean, I feel you, but at some point it like it's gonna fall off, right? Because you're just not gonna have a weapon. You do need some kind of weapon. Or do you? Or do you? I mean, if we get lucky, dude, and pull a weapon, like, it's gonna be, like, a level 60. You're gonna need a lot more light leather, though, which means back to ratchet.
After a few minutes of swimming, we were there, and I was ready to fish. And one thing that I noticed when I got there that I never knew before was that there was quests here that I could actually do on Horde from this guy named Captain Grayson. 3 quests to do stuff with Murlocs, so you know what? Why not? It's quests that are in our level range right now, so we might as well get some XP while we're here and get some fish. So I just ran up and down the Westfall shore, fishing, and then collecting Murlocs, and I was scaring all the Alliance players along the way, and there was tons of fishing pools here. They would respawn all the way up and down, so you know, it might take a while to find one, but as long as you go up and down the entire
gonna be so
coast,
sweet, man, when we do pull something.
sure find some fishing pools. And while there was a lot here, I will
What if we
say
never
there was
find
also
something?
a lot of enemies that you had to fight because these Murlocs would get in the way, and they were like my same level, so they would just attack me. So it's not as good as Silverpine for that reason, just because the amount of enemies.
You know what I want to do, man? I want to window shop. I'm gonna go to Wowhead and see what we can possibly pull from these grids. I want to see, just to, like, so I can like lick my lips a little bit. I can get. I need it right now. I need to manifest what can even drop from these. So it's watertight trunks. Watertight trunks. Classic. Wow. This is what can drop from allegedly. Item level 25. Fishing location, wetlands, Stone Talon, Ashenvale. Contains. What can it contain? Of discovery? No. Classic air. There we go. Okay. Okay, it contained 10 slot bags. That's pretty tight. 10 slot bags, guys. Large blue sack, large green sack, large brown sack. It can drop shoulder pads. Oh my god. It can drop a Cavalier 2-hander. Requires level 23. That's a juicer, man. I'm actually okay that it requires a high level. If I had that in my inventory, it would give me so much inspiration to just like keep going. Requires level 23, dude. Crazy. Hold up. Bright gloves in spirit. We take those. And blazing shoulders. These are nice leather shoulders in spirit. Nattypagle. What up, Ripper? Good to see you. Yeah, you want to see our poster, man? Look. I gotta say, dude, ChatGPT put in work, man. ChatGPT doing the most, man. Doing the absolute most. Carrying the stream. Too funny, bro. So, okay. Let's see this. Bright gloves and blazing shoulders. We got a short ass bow. Can't use that. Large red sack. Ooh, some male shoulders. Brother. That's what we need right there. 122 armor. Barbarian war axe. Battle Slayer axe requires 17. Shoosh. This is what we need. Battle Slayer axe. This is like I'm window shopping for a Battle Slayer. Let me, or Barbarian. No, not Barbarian war axe. Need right now. This is what I need in my life. Battle Slayer axe. Oh yeah, level 17 enchantment. That's what we need, guys. Battle Slayer axe of strength. Battle Slayer axe of strength. Surely we're getting one of those. ChatGPT knows you're only allowed to use stuff you fish up. Whatever. Yeah, man, this is the worst challenge ever. But it's so bad that it's almost good. It's so crazy bad that it's almost like a sick, twisted pleasure. It's like not fun at all. It's so not fun that it almost becomes like addicting. Okay, we got brutal war axe, fighter broadsword, oak mallet, polished Zweihander. Ooh, look at all these weapons that can drop, man. Ton of weapons. Ton of weapons. Ton of good stuff. Honestly. Gotta keep fishing. You can't use axes? I can use axes. This pally? Yeah. I can use axes. Box, 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 box. Box, box.
Enemies you have to fight, and at one time I was even trying to run around the enemies to not fight them, and I got attacked by a bunch, but I was saved by none other than another troll. What the hell was another troll doing out here? I got no idea, but I took that as a sign that I should probably leave because stuff was getting weird. And I ended up spending around an hour and a half there in total while I was fishing, and I got 9 trunks out of it. And inside of them, I got no armor.
Wait, you got in an hour and a half, you got 9 trunks? Wait, from what?
Attacked by a bunch, but I was saved by none other than another troll. What the hell was another troll doing out here? I got no idea, but I took that as a sign that I should probably leave because stuff was getting weird. And I ended up spending around an hour and a half there in total while I was...
He's fishing at this pond. Sendel's Pond? I don't think there's pools in that. But he's getting trunks from non-pools. That's what it sounds like. And he got 9 trunks in an hour. Which seems... I feel like I'm probably higher than that per hour. I feel like maybe I would get like...
fishing, and I got 9 trunks out of it. And inside of them, I got no armor. I did get some crafting supplies, and I got a tailoring recipe to craft 8 slot bags. Now, this could be interesting. I don't really know anything about tailoring. I haven't looked into it before, but knowing that I could maybe craft some bags, I need to keep on it for now. Now, it would be 95 tailoring, so even if I could eventually get this, it was going to be a little while. But I hearthed out of there, out of Westfall, back to the Barrens, and I got to doing some questing. I killed some quillboars. I went to this Alliance base camp with all the Marines, and I had to kill the leaders at the top of the towers. That one tower is so scary for some reason. I hate how many enemies are up there. And I tried doing the escort quest to get that ugly blood elf looking dude out of there.
For sure, what I'm doing right now is the best thing for this. Like, just staying here. We should stay here until we get away. Till we get a weapon. God damn it. Yeah, we should bet on it on Kalshi. We should bet on futures. When are we going to pull a green weapon? When are we going to pull a polished Zweihander, guys? Is it going to be today, tomorrow? What's the over-under, man? We got to get a pool going. Fishlocked. You can only use the gear you fish up. What is this? This is not a good idea is what it is. Don't be like me. Don't start this. Don't do it, man. I know it's so tempting.
There, but he died on the way, so I gave up on him. I don't really care that much. I quickly popped into Stone Talon Mountains to do that Shredder quest, and then on the way out, I killed that last Centaur boss guy in the Barrens, and this is the one quest where you can actually do this with other people without having to party up with anybody. Anybody can just grab a piece of the banner, so it's kind of like a world boss in a way, like a classic WoW world boss. That's kind of cool. After doing all this, though, I was level 22, and I headed back to Orgrimmar because I wanted to do some more crafting with the materials we'd caught up. I made myself a new cloak and a new pair of gloves, getting my leatherworking up to 60 skill, and then
you know what I'm gonna look up, guys?
Take a peek over at tailoring, see what I was getting myself into.
Oh yeah, I mean he is getting cloth. I mean we are getting cloth as well. We are getting bolts of cloth. Like we could actually go tailoring and make some stuff there too, I guess. Oh, that might be the move, man. To get gear from leatherworking. To get leatherworking, yeah. Yeah.
Now, to be honest, I probably would have learned tailoring earlier, but I've never done tailoring in Classic WoW before, so I didn't really know what it did and what materials you needed.
Male juggle
I
can't male
thought that I
juggle
wasn't going to
self-found.
be able to do tailoring because in my mind, you know, this is me assuming, and assuming just makes you look like an ass. I thought that the starting crafts were only...
Have you seen the guy who did the hour-long vid of the guy who played vanilla on his own server with 1,500 bots? I did see that, and it actually was really cool. He actually had like AI agents playing all these different characters on his own private server, and they were all running like a locally hosted LLM. You know, like those are becoming more and more popular, where like it's just like a free thing you can run locally that's pretty good. It's not like amazing, but like you don't have to pay any money for it. You don't have to do any like API calls or anything. It's just like run locally on your environment. But it's still enough for people to have like meaningful interactions and like basically respond back with a bunch of different replies and not have it be too templated. And the guy was actually just like playing vanilla. He was like raiding, he was doing dungeons, he was leveling up, and it was pretty serviceable. I saw that video, it was really cool. I don't believe it, Scan. No, it's true. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, it's true. We have fished probably like 5 or 6 pools in a row with 0 boxes. I think in a past life I did horrible things or something.
Just the linen cloth
my karma is shot.
Like the wool cloth itself, but no, there's tons of most of the crafting that you do right away is with the bolts of linen cloth. Like, yeah, you can make the bolts with regular linen cloth, but you don't need it to get your skills up. So I learned tailoring and we got to crafting. I got it up so much that now I was able to.
I mean, we're getting a decent amount of like medium
bags, but I didn't have the materials because getting a high enough level to even unlock that used all the materials I had. So since I wanted more materials really badly.
What about oil spills? I think it is too dangerous over there. Like this is
Pine Forest once again.
This is pretty solid, man. Like we are literally fishing. I wonder how many pools we're doing per hour. Like we are non-stop fishing pools, non-stop. Like a little bit of downtime in between them. This is too good. Like this has to be the best thing to do. But even though we're fishing pools so rapidly, like look, we're still not even getting that many boxes. And that's how trash fishing is in this game. That's a C+ angle, right? They can make fishing better. It's not good. It's not good, man. It's not. Well, okay, here, sorry. I take it back. Fishing is good if you want potions. Fishing is good if you want leather, right? Fishing is good if you're like playing the game normally, maybe normal hardcore, you need a couple leather to build something, to craft something, then fishing is actually good. You know what I mean? But fishing as far as a reliable way to get gear is god-awful. That's what we're learning here. But it actually is a good thing to supplement like your journey. Like to just dip the pole in the water, right? Like if you're like on a boat, like going to see if it works. In the water here. Oh yeah, level 24, big bad level 24 can't reach us. Yeah, I don't think I ever did fishing in a while. I don't understand what Fishlocked means. It basically means like we can only use stuff that we fish. 2 more trunk tiers would be nice for 40 silver and 50 silver. For safe. They can't swim. That's what I'm saying. This spot is goated. Goated spot. Goated spot alert. Goated spot alert. It's not a good way to get gear though.
For a little while.
Can you buy gear from vendors? No.
30 minutes of fishing, I had all the cloth that I needed to craft 4 6-slot bags. That's 24 new inventory spaces, more than doubling our bag space that we've had this entire time. I felt so much better now. I felt like I could actually breathe again in this game. But I was feeling good with all...
Watertight trunk. There we go. Watertight trunk. Is this going to be the one? Is this going to be the one, guys, that saves us? Is this the one that has the polished Zweihander in it? Do you guys have a policy when you fish? Do you have trigger discipline with your trunks? Do you wait till you get a certain amount? You wait till you get 5? I want to open it so bad. It's been so long since I got in a trunk. I want to open it right now, man. I rip them insta. Depends on the mood. A whole bag full. I'm ripping it, dude. That's why you don't rip it. God, save me. Save me, Boosty. Save me, dude. I might get banned on Twitch for self-harm. This is too much. This is too much. How is that guy enjoying this? Holy base.
All
This
this
guy
new
is...
stuff, and I decided
This guy's
it was
a
time
saint.
to head into a new zone, the Hillsbrad Foothills.
This guy's a legend.
Now, I was still pretty low level to be here, not gonna lie. My
This
quest
guy's so
options
chill. He's enjoying it.
were
about to
limited, so
tap
the
out.
only ones I could really slowly work towards was
Guys, you're gonna be
ones where
mad
you
if I
kill
tap out?
bears, spiders, maybe the guys in
fish a
Burn
dollar
Book,
on yet?
but I was gonna keep off of there for now because it was a little scary, and I even had to watch out for some of the higher level mobs in the zone, so I had to be a little careful. But mostly I wasn't even here to quest. I kind of just wanted to see the fish, what I was going to get here. So I started casting down the river, and the main fish I was getting was raw sagefish. And honestly, when I started cooking these things, they were pretty good too. You get a little bit of health and a little bit of mana, and sometimes I use mana in the fights if I spam useless abilities, so mana's good for me. And the trunks I got in this new zone were also new trunks, the watertight trunks. And when I started looting these things,
You know what I think you
thought
do?
maybe these
You know the healthy way to play Fishlocked, guys? This is my theory. I think you have to just play it for like a couple hours and then tap out. It's like going to the casino. You can't go to the casino and like just play blackjack, slots, or something for hours and hours. You're gonna go broke. You're gonna get tilted. You're gonna get emotionally deregulated. You have to go for 2 hours, that's it, and then just leave. You know? Let's go for like 15 more minutes, and then that's it. Then maybe tomorrow's a new day if we do this, and see if we can do better tomorrow. You can't just spam Fishlocked. Ray's made this look almost doable, but I think he fished off stream for like 4 hours. No joke. I bet you. Now that I see it, I actually have a lot of respect for people who complete this challenge. Dude, this is horrible.
things were like a tier higher, so like
But what if
the
you got
trunks we
hot
were getting in
ends?
Silver Pine and the Barrens were like the tier 1 trunks, I think these are the tier 2 trunks because I'm getting the higher level crafting materials, so and I'm also getting higher level potions from these, so maybe we're also going to get higher level gear, and I assume once we get to higher level zones it's going to be higher level trunks the whole way up. But I just stayed here fishing, going up and down the river until I eventually got 225 fishing skill. And, well, that would be the max fishing skill I'd be able to get for now until we could do the Nattypagle quest line. But that's not for a little while. I got to get to a much higher level to even start that quest. But I kept even fishing after that, and I was opening the crates I was getting to, and I even got my first ring, which had some insane stats, guys. +6 nature resistance. Oof. That's a big one. That's totally going to be the best ring ever. That was a joke if you don't understand stats in this game. This sucks. I also got a new cloak too with +2 intellect and +2 spirit. It was kind of ugly, so I went into the settings and I hide my cloak now. From here though, I took a
I feel like this guy's like the purest soul. He's like never played Classic before or something. And RNGesus is literally blessing him, dude. He's giving RNGesus is giving him like the royal treatment. Like he's on the friends and family server, friends and family layer. Like he's being guided through the vanilla experience by RNGesus himself.
break for a while until I got on again later that night for some late night Hillsbrad fishing.
Oh,
I didn't get anything interesting at nighttime, but the next morning I got on super early for some early morning Hillsbrad fishing.
He's
and
fish
this
mogging
time
you.
we got
He
some
is
good
fish mogging me for sure. He's mogging me across the board, bro. Dropping 200k videos of 200k views of video, more followers on Twitch. Calm as a cucumber, cool as a cucumber, just fishing up sick greens, fishing up the one ring, just lapping me. Oh yeah.
stuff. In one of the trunks, I got my first set of shoulders, the forest leather mantle shoulders.
Wow, dude, must be nice. Forest leather mantle.
And also got a brand new chest piece. I know we crafted one earlier, but we got to replace it again because now we got the scouting tunic of the eagle with +5 intellect.
Let's go,
+6
scouting
stamina.
tunic of the
So, a lot
eagle.
better. I was looking cool. I felt cool. I felt like I wasn't even a low-level character anymore. I actually felt like a mid-tier level character with all this gear now. So I went and did some questing, and I decided to go back to
If you're new to the stream, guys, who's new to who's joined the stream recently? Like, I just want to put this in perspective. Playtime 14 hours, 15 minutes. This is all I have to show for fishing. You guys want to do Fishlocked with me? This is all I have to show for my fishing efforts. This. Spell Finder gloves. My God.
Kalimdor, and I was bouncing between the Barrens and Ashenvale doing a couple quests, and ending off I was in the Barrens fighting Quillboars, and I hit level 24. Later that day, when I got back online, I went to Silverpine, and I was going to try to get those low-level crafting supplies again, but for some reason the spawns on the coast just stopped, and there wasn't any new pools coming out, so I decided, who cares about the level 1 tier stuff.
What's the maximum rarity you can get? Just greens right now.
Infinite pools in Hillsbrad if you just go up and down the river. You gotta be careful not to go too far south because you might hit South Shore and the Alliance Garden. And if you go too far north, there's like really high level tigers, and there's even like a dragon.
You know what I need to do?
I haven't seen them yet.
I need to look up fishing pole progression.
Also, if you're not finding stuff on the river too, there's also this little pond by the tent.
We need to get like the Desolate fishing pole.
It's nice, but I.
Hold up. Let me type in fishing pole. Let's see if there's any fishing pole we can get like a weapon. Yo, is it possible to craft a sword? Can you fish up ore guys? Is it possible? I don't think so, right? I don't think we have. I don't think you can fish up ore. Yeah, I don't think you can. Fishing pole, Arcanite fishing pole, strong fishing pole, big iron fishing pole requires 25. This is what we would want, man. This is from Shellfish Trap, 0.3%. I feel like it's higher than that though. That's like something messed up. All these posts about finding the pole in the last trap you look. After 1.5 hours of swimming and opening 1 billion of traps and throwing out 500,000 of shellfish, I finally got one and was so angry that I raided half the Troll Village. Fishing is so hardcore. They have about a 1 in 100 chance of being inside the shellfish traps underwater. It's pretty easy to farm one. Just get a water breathing buff or item and swim in a circle opening the traps. Took me about 30 minutes to get one. That might be our saving grace, guys. We might need to actually get this for the DPS. A 19 DPS fishing pole. I got I got a 5.7 DPS fishing pole right now. Polished Zweihander can be fished in Ashenville. How many trunks need that for sure? I don't know how many trunks we're at, dude. I mean, we have like 100+ sagefish right now. They need to buff fishing in C+. Please buff this perfection. For the love of God, Blizzard, please. What? Please buff this profession in C+. Please. Do you guys remember?
Also,
am I just really unlucky, or did you guys always notice that fishing is this ass? You guys always knew this?
And I kept thinking,
I thought it was
there's
actually
something weird looking about this water, and I couldn't really put my finger on it for a while, but eventually it clicked. When I jumped in the water, I noticed there's 2 layers of water in this pond. That's got to be a mistake, obviously, right? But like, my question was this always in the game? Like, was this 2 layers of water in vanilla WoW, and like they purposely put 2 layers of water again for classic WoW? I'm curious now.
Hi, I'm JT and I made Result Hunter, the search engine for conservatives. Let me just tell you what it does. First of all,
While I was doing this fishing, though, I did also catch these superior
Go
bracers
through
of
streak
the
where the boxes
Eagle,
drop tons of greens.
bracers, those were cool. And then we got back to doing some questing. We were killing farmers over in Hillsbrad for a while because that little farm quest, there's like 1 million quests there. It's so long there. But we did hit level 25 while doing that. And then I went to go do this mushroom quest because, well, this quest seems easy on the surface. It's just, grab some mushrooms that are at this farm. So I thought, yeah, we could probably do that. But the mobs here were they were like tough. They were a little bit higher level than me, yeah, but I thought, you know, maybe I could take them, but no, they were tightly packed. They were super annoying, so I had to come up with a strategy, and my strategy ended up just becoming throw my pet at the enemies while I grab the mushroom, and then we run away, reset, and then do it again, over and over again, until we got all the mushrooms, and it worked, so that's a W. And another one of the quests was to get 30 human skulls. And a lot of people do this over at the farm area, but I don't really like it over there. So instead, I farmed it just by doing these loops around the small syndicate watchtower. Because while I was killing them, I noticed like if I did a full loop of killing all of them, they start respawning by the time I kill all of them.
Guys,
so
right
it's
here.
like,
Please,
it's like
dude,
never
stopping.
Right, you just nonstop go killing over and over
my
again.
god, dude, we got a green.
Kalimdor to do some quests in the Stone Talon Mountains.
No way, bro.
Zill's Forest of Magic.
No way.
You guys have ever
got a
done this,
green,
you
bro.
lots of
No
stuff
way,
up here
dude.
north,
No
you
shot.
know, the sons and daughters
No
of Sumerian,
shot. We got a green.
dragons, there's panthers, there's little sap beasts, the deer.
It
And doing all of
happened,
that,
boys.
killing lots of stuff and turning in the
It
quest. I got up to
happened,
level
boys.
26. I kind of wanted to test my abilities a little
It
bit. and my gear.
happened.
So let me
It
go after something
happened.
maybe a little bit
Oh
scary.
my
And there was a
God,
quest
it
that I thought
happened.
maybe could be a test of my abilities. Kill a certain little questing boss in
It
the world,
happened, guys. We're
Lorenzo
going fraught,
Ridge.
boys.
You see that structure behind me up there? There's an evil
Oh,
man named
God.
Gorenzo, and he's also short. So if you weren't against him before, I bet you are now.
We got
and I'm
a
gonna get
green,
paid top
guys.
dollar to go kill
We
this guy.
got
They had to
a
hire
green.
the world's greatest
I
fisherman.
can't believe
the
it,
Rodfather,
man.
to take him out. So let's go get Gorenzo's
Oh,
ass.
wow.
You know, I know they hired me for a great
That is
mission,
wild.
But, you know,
You guys were here,
can't
man.
Pass up a little fishing.
You guys
You know,
were
I know
here.
he could be doing some bad stuff right now, but you know, fishing. You're gonna drop me like a can of oil. Ooh, watertight trunk. Hold up, what's in it? What's in it?
You guys, yeah.
Really? Nothing? Not even crafting? But are we? All right, Gorenzo. I know his greedy ass would never throw some gear. Let's go get his ass. Let's go beat his ass, actually. This place is super sketchy. I'm kind of scared.
Oh,
I don't
nice.
like being
That's
up
awesome.
here. I don't like fighting Gorenzo, but he's a...
Guys, the game's not bugged. We actually did get a green. Thank God. And it's a usable green at level 25 if we can survive that long. Look, guys. 600 armor. Like, I have 232 armor. Like, you have no idea. Like, if I equip that shield right now and it gave me 600 armor, I would, like, I don't know, like, triple my damage. So we're halfway there. Even a one-hander would be huge right now. And a two-hander, one-hander, it's both good. The good news, I think, is these watertight trunks do drop a lot of different weapons. There's a lot of weapons that can drop from them, so eventually we'll get something. Time for more. Oh man. Now you're gonna get a two-hander. We are so back. I win my bet. Woohoo, hell yeah. Yeah, you think we'll get a weapon before BlizzCon? Weapon before BlizzCon, guys? Think it's possible? Possible? A little pre-BlizzCon weapon before. You think we'll get a weapon before C+ comes out?
Bad man. And he's short. Wait, somebody is here.
You will
Wait,
pull a
what's going on?
staff.
Hold up, let's take a peek. What's going on? Oh shoot, you don't think they're coming up here, do you? Hold up. They are coming up here. Okay,
You
so
can sell the
somebody was
items from
just
quest, or you
here
have to destroy
and was
gear. Yeah,
having
you can
a
sell it.
Tough time.
You can sell it.
Do they know? Wait, if they're having a tough time with these guys, do they know what
Oh,
level
that feels so
Gorenzo
good that we
is?
got a green.
Oh, there's Gorenzo. I see his ass. Fuck. He's
Shield's
got
a big
guard
deal.
with an oh, this is bad.
Shield's
I hope
actually a
I'm
big
getting
deal.
Scared, bro.
No
Wait, there's a
joke.
chest right there too. Do you think there's any way I can solo?
Like,
pull
I'd rather
Gorenzo
get a
here?
shield
Or
than
you
like
think
some
it'll pull
boots or
that
something, right?
22 and-
Would you
oh,
rather
this
have
is
a
really
shield
rough.
in your
And
inventory,
there's
guys,
always
or like
the
a pair of
emergency
boots?
backup plan of jumping
Shield.
off it
Shield's
into
a
the
really
water,
big
but
deal.
If we
Like,
miss,
if we get a one-hander, like, we're gonna be
we
big
die.
chilling.
See, right here is where I need a ranged weapon. It's
kinda like getting a
frost
weapon.
trap here. I didn't even pull Gorenzo. Wait, we're goated. We're goated. Oh, How did my crab pull the guy next to Garenzo, but not Garenzo? Okay, you know what? Hey, John Blizzard is giving me a hand today, I think. All right, well, now we can just blow up Garenzo with the explosive trap. Come here, Garenzo. I think he has a gun, though. Yo, Garenzo, are you good? Wake up, bro. Ha, he walked right into my fire trap. Oh, he's done now. Yo, we thought this guy was going to be tough. We thought this guy was going to be tough. And there we go. Just like that, Garenzo's gone. And boom. Give me his mechanical arm.
Okay, so maybe Garenzo wasn't as difficult as I thought it might be in my head, but maybe I just got good RNG on
videos,
my placement of...
Any C+ videos. I beat Hardcore WoW by only punching?
Okay, Holmes. Show me houses with a 3-car garage.
This is the complete story of Holy Fisted, a hardcore paladin who attempted to reach level 60 in World of Warcraft Classic, using only his fists. No weapons, no shortcuts, one life. Over 300 hours, this challenge turned into something much bigger than I ever expected. This is the entire journey in movie.
That's actually cool. Maybe we don't need a weapon. This guy just like fisted his way to hardcore. He might have not have been self-found though. He's playing a paladin and he just fisted his way to 60. Let's see what he did.
I've always had the most fun in games when I'm doing something unusual, weird, or even just downright stupid, which this challenge ticks all those boxes. I was sat down one day having a coffee when
Oh, look how like we're just looking for any reason to play this game. This guy's just punching his way to 60. I'm doing Fishlocked. This guy's doing Rare Lock. People just want a reason to come play vanilla, you know? Like it's time for something new, man. We need C+ already, dude. We need it. We need it bad. We've recombobulated this game 1,000 times over. We've literally every way you could possibly play this game. We need it, man. It's time. It's time, Blizzard. We need C+, and we need it yesterday.
a thought as old as time popped into my head. I miss classic WoW, and I kinda wanna play again. I've always played as a horde player, and I've leveled a lot of characters, but never an alliance character, and especially not a paladin, because I have some self-respect. So I thought to myself, why not see if the grass is greener on the other side? What could I do to make the challenge harder, more fun, and something new that I could use to learn how to YouTubes and all that stuff? I looked through Paladin's talents and abilities, trying to figure out what restrictions could work and how would I do it. Hardcore, of course. Self-found, obviously. No healing. Sounds fair.
No healing?
Bubble. Yeah, bubbles for win.
Wait, what? This guy's sick in the head, bro. No healing, no bubble, self-found, punching as a paladin? I think I'd rather go to Guantanamo Bay. I think I'd rather spend a month in Guantanamo Bay than do this.
And then I had an interesting idea, with one ability in particular. Seal of Righteousness. Does it work if you are unarmed? Yes. Yes, it does.
No bubble, no healing, paladin, 1x, self-found, hardcore.
Bingo. That was it. That was the basis of the challenge. Can I punch my way to 60 using only damage from auto attacks and procs?
Insane.
And so the paladin was born. And now to name. Holy Fister. Then I realized that sounded like something else, so let's change that. Then I decided on Holy Fisted. No, not what you're thinking, you pervert. As in, like, Iron Fisted, but with Holy... Just
no healing in White Paladin? That's what I'm saying. How much would I have to pay you guys to do that?
I am playing a Paladin. I can only apologize. And Alliance players, this is my first time leveling an Alliance character.
I love vanilla, but dude, I love vanilla, but that I could not do that. I'd rather work at Mickey D's for like that amount of slash blade. Then go no healing, fisting only, no bubble, paladin, 1x, no weapon progression at all. That's wild comms, bro. You got 58k views for this though.
Could be quite painful to watch. But surely, being protected by that which is golden and holy, this should be doable, right? Now, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really pay too much attention to the opening cinematic, but I'm sure I can paraphrase. In a land far, far away, that is blanketed in snow all year round. A land full of little bearded Scottish people and lost children is the beginning of an adventure. Of your adventure. Now, go kill some boars or something. It was finally time to get rid of the weapon and to start the challenge, so let's dive in. I spawned in, and right in front of me was Sten Stoutarm, great name, and he had a quest for me. He wanted me to bring him some wolf meat in return for some decent starter gloves. Now it was my time to fight my first mob. I have no idea how this is going to be, though I imagine early mobs will be okay, but I'm not so sure about the scaling later. I managed to kill the first wolf quite easily. Seal of Righteousness is already doing work. I then walloped the wolf to death with 3 huge crits, and this challenge is going to be cake. While I have some relaxing wolf punching in the background, I'll go over some of the extra rules. I am allowed to group for elite, escort quests, and dungeons. I cannot spam dungeons, however, as it defeats the purpose of the challenge. Naturally, getting buffs/world buffs by accident is okay, but asking or waiting for world buffs is not. No being boosted by high levels in anything, and I'm only allowed to do damage through auto attacks and reflect damage. I am allowed to judge if it does no damage, for example Crusader. I'm sure some people will think that I should have to solo the elites and the escorts, but for me, the reason is simple. I like the interaction in the game. I find it fun and I don't want to play it as a pure single player game. I might try to solo some elites, but I don't want to lock myself into a completely solo experience. With that covered, let's get back to the challenge. I ding level 2 from the wolves, finished gathering up the rest of the meat, and then headed back to Sten to get those gloves for a nice little armor bonus. I then got 2 follow-up quests, one to hand in to the paladin trainer at which I learned devotion ore from, and the other to hand in some letters to a dwarf in the camp down. He then gave me the age-old classic quest we were promised in the cinematic.
I just want one more trunk, man.
I also had a quest to kill a bunch of trogs.
One more
So I went about murdering the local population. It was during this murder spree that I dinged level 3. Now, level 3 is no big deal in itself. However, level 4 is a different thing altogether. As that level, I get my first rank of Blessing of Might, which gives me a really nice attack power buff and makes me punch way harder. I also forgot to mention, when I was handing the letters into the dwarf earlier, he told me one of them was addressed to someone else, so I have to roleplay a DHL worker again and give that to someone else. It wasn't long after this that I got my first sweet item, a pair of leather pants. Yeah, that's right, everybody, lap it up. 12 boars later, and I handed the quest in. Cartman would have been proud, and I got myself an even sweeter pair of leather pants. I bashed a few more trogs, and then done my shift as a delivery man. This fella wanted me to kill the local trolls, 14 of them to be exact, but before I started that, I went back and handed in the trog quest and vendored all of my crap. The quest gave me enough XP to ding level 4. You know what time it is. Blessing of Might
WoW
time.
hardcore challenge.
I'm leveling every class in World of Warcraft Hardcore by using only self-crafted items as a self-found craft lock community. I'm doing this challenge now for some weeks on Instagram, YouTube and TikTok as shorts, and about a week ago I uploaded the first real YouTube video about this challenge. Vago's Legacy Craft Challenge now officially starts on YouTube, and if you want to know all the rules, please check out the explanation video from last week right after watching this video. If you still got any questions, feel free to ask in the comments and I will try to answer them all. This is the first video of this series and I hope you guys like it and share it with your friends. We are already some weeks into the challenge and created our
one trunk, please. One trunk. One more trunk. That's all I need, man. That's it, man. That's it. One trunk and I'm calling it for the day. I am a bit fried. One trunk, please. One trunk. Get me out of my misery. One trunk, please.
very own community guild.
Trunk, please. Please. Oh. Looking for C+ videos.
I'm partnering with Chase Freedom Unlimited to make New Yorkers' days a little bit better. And along the way, I'm getting 1.5% cash back.
I have spent the last year of my life, basically all of my free time,
A lot of masochistic vanilla WoW players out there.
classic MMORPG. But if
So I'm saying, can you sense it, guys? Like, it's time for C+. We're at the end. We're like coming up with anything we can to try to play the game in like an interesting way. It's time for C+, man. I'm ready. Are you guys ready? Who's ready for the announcement? It's time. It's time. Please, Blizzard, don't fumble. Time, man. It is time. Coming up on the 3-hour mark.
I'm being honest, guys. That was not my original plan. You see, I never played World of Warcraft growing up. My parents weren't really into the whole monthly subscription thing. But as someone who loves MMOs, RuneScape, Guild Wars 1, it's always been something that I've wanted.
Yo, guys, I'm going to tap out here, actually. I'm going to tap out. GG's, guys. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Short little stream today. I'll be live tomorrow, most likely. I'll try to do some more videos as well. I started a new video series today. I put up 3 videos today talking about my thoughts on, like, C++, what they can do with the classes for C++. I'm going to do all 9 classes. But we'll see if if I can get online tomorrow, and I'm not sure what we're going to do, if we're going to keep this going or what we're going to do. But thanks for watching, man. I really appreciate it, guys, and hope you have a